激する私たちだけの宗教と光、輪より激しく生きた宇宙すら伸縮する恋、何度も送られる毒電波を優しさだけで包んで、逆さまのコンピューターと断片的なカウンセリング、きらめく屋上で奏でた夢見心地の旋律、夕暮れ時にさよならの練習をして、壊して愛して許してぐるってぐるってぐるって甘く狂わせて繋ぎ始める世界、曖昧になる風景、あなただけが映っているメモリー、神様なんていないよ。このふざけたインターネットは七色のサイケデリック、 SNS という瓶詰め地獄に救済を、過去の歴史は未来フリー、あなたのためならすぐそばに、インターネットエンジェル可愛き参上、まるで天使のように抱きつく強めの計画、インターネット、そして悪魔みたいにキスするあなただけの握りが、
Alright, hello everybody.
Hello.
How are you all doing today?
Welcome. Cat Jam, thank you,
Yeah.
Bahari. I'm doing pretty alright. How
Good.
are you?
I'm doing pretty good too. I'm excited to get
Good.
back into this creepy house together.
Mm-hmm.
Also,
Jupiter.
hello. And Riri, thank you for the host. I appreciate it, and it's good. It is good to see you here. Tripping over my words already. Off to a great start.
Right? Today was a little bit rushed to getting here. But it's fine. We got this. I'm glad everybody's here.
Yeah, it's good to see you guys again.
Mm-hmm.
Listen, just the fact that you're hosting it all is amazing. I appreciate it so much.
Yes,
it means
exactly.
a lot. Thank you for that. Alright. Congrats on your normal amount of rest, Bahari.
Oh my goodness.
Wish that were me.
Please, Bahari, Aqua, please get more sleep.
I try. I swear I try.
Okay, I'll take it then.
It's not my fault we were playing Garctic Phone last night.
You're right, that
was fun though.
Wild.
I'll try not to talk too much about Jafar for you. But alright. So, we're gonna get back into the house in Fata Morgana tonight, and we thought it might be, like, nice, especially because I know we have a few people who weren't here last time, to just try and quickly summarize at least how we remember last time went, do a little plot summary.
Yeah.
We have Blessed Corn, we have Blessed Bahari, we have me and Freyja, we have Dupergal, we have Riri, we have Krolon. We're off to a great start.
Yeah.
Yeah, everybody's so blessed here. My chat is not cursed at all. My stream is not cursed at all. Don't believe anybody who tells you anything otherwise.
It's a little cursed, but it's okay.
But you know what is cursed? The house in this game.
Oh, that was smooth.
Yeah. Thank you. I practiced that one in the mirror earlier today.
You believe it?
Okay. So we have to figure out how we're gonna like share summarizing, I guess. We didn't practice that.
No, we didn't. We were just, let's summarize. We're like, yeah.
We're like, yeah, that's a great idea. Let's do it.
Do you want to do the beginning part?
Sure.
And then I can do the Mel and Nelly part?
Sure, that makes sense. Okay, so in the very beginning, we had, a fun little monologue about somebody seeing their own crucified body being dragged off, but during them seeing that, even amidst all their despair, they promised themselves that no matter what, and no matter how long it took, or how their form might change, they would return to a certain house to see someone again. So, that's good to know about. Sounds very romantic to me.
It does.
Yeah. And so, after that little monologue, you wake up in the shoes of the protagonist, who does not have a name or an image yet, and is just called You. You wake up with no memory in this house, and you find there's a maid there with you, and the house is totally empty. This maid is super pale. She's kind of weird, but she says that, you're her master and that she's been waiting a really long time to see you again, and she's so happy you're back. And so she says to maybe try and jog your memory. She's going to show you all of the memories in this mansion of all the different people who have lived here and all of the horrible tragedies that happened to them over the years.
Fun.
Yeah. So
delightful.
She says to hold her hand and she'll take you through the different doors of this mansion and tell you all about the stories of the people inside. Yeah. So we start off with our first door, which I believe is set in 1603.
Yeah. So it starts off with the mansion that you wake up in suddenly becomes the Rose Manor, which was very lively and full of art and like a big family there. In that family, there's Mel, who is the older brother, and Nellie, who's the younger sister. And something to note is that Nellie calls Mel her knight. No, her prince,
Her prince.
and knight. Both of them.
Yeah, both. She really likes fairy tales.
Yeah. And Nellie, of course, is the princess. So they were close growing up, but then whenever I think it was like a 5-year gap. I don't remember how many years it was.
I think we saw them as children and then like 10-ish years later, because now
Oh.
Mel's 17 and Nellie's 14.
Gotcha. Thank you.
So Nellie's like becoming an adult woman, and like back in the day, it's kind of
Yeah.
big deal.
Exactly. So of course, for her birthday, they had to have a big party so that she could be introduced to possible suitors from other noble families. And she didn't like it one bit, so she wanted Mel to dance with her. And Mel was like, "I can't do that. We're siblings. We can't dance. That's weird." Because, you're here for all these suitors. You can't just, Mom and Dad are gonna get so mad at us. And she was like, "It's fine, I want to do it." So they danced, and while they were dancing, there was a knock. No, there wasn't a knock on the door. There was a commotion. Was there a knock? I don't remember.
There was
a...
I think they used like a knock sound effect, but the narrative describes it as a commotion.
Yes, so there was a commotion outside, and everybody stopped moving, and then all of a sudden, after some silence, they were like, "Oh, let's just get back to the party. Don't worry about that."
Yeah,
So
they're like,
did.
everything's good, keep partying.
Everything's fine, yeah. And then Mel later that night, after the party, decides to go check it out and see what it was. And he creeps over to this chambermaid's room.
Yeah.
And checks inside, and sure enough, there's this girl with long white hair and ruby red eyes, and she just appeared.
No, thank you for following.
Thank you, Na. Welcome.
Nice to see you here.
Yeah. Yes.
Prolon, thank you for the follow too. Thank you so much. Yay.
Welcome.
Welcome.
So, sees this girl, gasps whenever he thinks that she saw him peeking through the door, runs away, and then the next day, Mel's like, "I'm super curious about this girl. I'm gonna go talk to her." So he goes and finds the maid, and she's just trying to do her job. She's just trying to sit there and vacuum. And this
Vacuum? They had vacuums at
1603. I was like, "Hey, can we talk?" And then it was a very awkward conversation. Mel has never seen a woman before.
Yeah.
So
Mel doesn't know what a woman is. This was his first time talking to one.
Exactly. So that's kind of where we ended off after the little conversation. And now we are in the church.
All right. Let's get into it.
Let's start. Okay. Let me drink some water first.
Yes. Oh, yes. And on stream, you might see now, I've given us... We were talking about getting hot chocolatey water for all of us last time, so I prepared some for us and some for Graha, too.
Oh, this is so cute! Thank
So we're all good to
you.
go. I hope you guys all in chat have a nice drink, too. Yeah, Graha's dancing. He's our emotional support dancer.
Mm-hmm.
We need him here. It's so important.
He's so precious.
Yeah.
Alrighty, here we go. Not me trying to remember.
Yeah, his cup is Graha sized. I knew it was important. I can't give him a huge one because he'll just drop it.
And he'll drown. Yeah,
Oh no, I don't want him to drown.
You have my thanks, Father. And I apologize for being late today.
Now there's something unusual. You not being punctual. Maybe next we'll go a whole month without rain. Do have mercy on next year's crops, Mel.
You hyperbolize, Father.
So, did something nice happen?
Huh?
You look like you're in good spirits.
Do I? No, nothing.
Something did happen, didn't it?
Oh, before we continue.
Oh.
Chat, I realize that my mic is further away than it was before.
Oh,
is my
good
voice
point.
too quiet? Should I move my mic?
How is Freyja's voice?
Sounds good to you? Okay. Alright. If I get too quiet or something, just let me know and I'll move it.
Awesome, good. I'm glad it sounds okay. But yeah, if audio ever sounds off, don't be afraid to let me know. I have OBS ready to jump in and fix that stuff as fast as I can.
Perfect.
Perfect. Perfect.
It's all over my face, isn't it?
People prefer an open book to a face of stone.
So it is.
People may prefer it, but it's not a good trait to have for social engagements.
What?
Not the kind of engagements you'll be having, anyway.
What does this mean? Mother, what does this mean?
Of course, Mel doesn't know what it means. He's only spoken to a woman once, and it was
What?
today.
Yeah.
I'm sorry, don't look so dejected. For now, at least, there's nothing wrong with that. So, tell me, what has you in such a joyous mood, Mel?
You torment me so, Father. We've taken on another maid. You know how that goes, right? Someone new comes and things get lively for a while. All the excitement has gotten to me, that's all.
Oh ho ho!
Oh ho ho! Why are you looking at me like that?
No reason, no reason. So, what family does the little lady come from?
Oh, I don't actually know.
You don't know?
I was going to ask her, but I missed my chance. Father has returned home, and I can't speak to Mother.
I see. She's caught your eye, has she?
Yeah, she has.
But the truth is, you're more than just interested in her, are you not?
Father! What? No,
You got this priest as your wingman, Mel. You're gonna do awesome, I believe in you.
It'll be fine.
Ha ha ha.
Ah ha ha ha. You truly do enjoy tormenting me.
Oh yeah, we also enjoy tormenting you, Mel. This is a
Yes,
Mel bully
Mel.
stream.
Yes, it is. Oh, I forgot to mention too. I guess it'll come up when the stream alert chat thing pops up. But Fata Morgana is a little bit content warning heavy. So if you ever need a link to all the content warning like lists, then if you do exclamation point Fata Morgu in the chat, it'll bring up the list for you.
Yeah. And the Nightbot should remind you every like half hour-ish how to do it if you forget, and it should be in the stream title. So, if you have any sensitivities, I truly believe that Fata Morgana handles everything in it really well, but it's still worth, having that heads up if there's anything you're worried about, so that you can at least know if it's coming or kind of decide if the story is the right one for you.
Yeah.
Yeah, there it is! Thank
Thank
you,
you.
Bahari. Yeah.
Sorry, I saw that and I was like, oh yeah, I forgot about
Yeah,
that.
it's a good thing to remember to warn people about. I don't want anybody blindsided.
Well, I should be getting home now.
Mel,
Yes?
make certain you find out where she's from. If you're genuinely interested in her, it's your responsibility to determine if she's actually suitable for you.
He got told. Thank you, and excuse me.
Mel, zoom in again.
Zoom! It doesn't matter if she's from an esteemed family or not. No. I'm not in love with her. I'm just interested. This isn't love. No. It couldn't be. This is me we're talking about. Besides, I hardly even know her.
Mel, like I am incapable of love.
I am incapable of it. I don't know how.
Young sire, blessed young sire, alms for the poor. Yeah, he just found out what women are.
Exactly. It's the same beggar as before. I don't think she's... Oh, he's moved since then. But he looks skinnier than last time.
Hello, Rafferty.
Welcome.
Another host. Thank you, Bahari, so much. I
Thank
appreciate
you,
it.
Bahari. Welcome. He's going to have trouble making it through the summer. I should give him something while I still have the chance.
Alms for the poor. Have mercy.
I love this. Sorry, but this is all I have to give you.
Oh, thank you very much. Blessings upon you. May the Lord bless your soul, young sire.
Thanks.
Do you prefer that or my terrible Tiny Tim? Which
Both
one?
are really good. I don't know if I can choose. I feel bad for him, but that's just the way of the world. Farewell. The skies are really clear. The sun shone fiercely down on the town that day. As was characteristic of the area, cloudy days and rain were frequent during this season, but the sun almost always took the stage the day after a storm.
Nelson, sometimes people are just poor. Rich little boy.
Rich boy.
Little rich white boy.
The cathedral standing tall in the center of town, the stone-paved streets clacking with the pleasant sound of footsteps, the people peering out from beneath awnings to look up at the sky. In Mel's eyes, it was as if they were all blessed by a divine light. However, not everyone living in the same land was equally blessed. In fact, the blessed were far outnumbered by the forsaken. Even if their time would later come to be referred to as the Golden Age. Elsewhere, back at the mansion, Nellie was causing trouble for the Abigails.
Uh-oh.
Ruh-roh, Nellie, what are you up to? On a whim, she had decided to redecorate her bedchamber, so she gathered the maids and put them to work, shouting orders and demands and complaints. And she had not summoned not only her personal servants, but others as well, including the white-haired girl.
No, not like that. How many times must I tell you? The tapestry goes by the door, and I don't like the carpet's pattern. Is there anything else we can change it with? Hey, who put this ugly vase here?
Nellie appeared to be rather irritated, and it was the servants who bore the brunt of her frustration. Though, if they found this similarly vexing, none of them showed this. She was a girl who spoke her mind, a trait particular to that time in history. Women of the Golden Age were so vivacious, in fact. Welcome to Freyja still doesn't know how to read.
I believe in you, I'm rooting for you.
Thank you. That it inspired parody and satire in foreign countries. But no matter how hands-off her parents were, had Nellie been born a generation earlier or a generation later, she likely would not have been able to act so free-spirited. That day, however, Nellie did not seem to be her usual self. Though she always spoke her mind, it rarely went beyond being childishly adorable. It was unusual to see her in such a foul mood, not even a smile on her face.
Get rid of all of it. The carpet, the chair, the desk, it's all so ugly. Don't we have anything better? If we don't, then order it, have it made. You can do that much, can't you? Hurry up and replace them.
Having only arrived that morning, the white-haired girl was unsure what she was supposed to be doing, caught in the middle of a flurry of maids and furniture and fabric. You're supposed to be vacuuming.
I'm not gonna get over just where'd she get a vacuum in 1603 Shakespeare time.
You're telling me Shakespeare didn't know what vacuums were?
Yes, I'm telling you that! Guys, tell Freyja there weren't vacuums back then, I swear to God.
There were definitely vacuums. It came out with the Roomba in like 1706.
Oh my god, Nellie would have one of those, like, You know, those, like, Roombas that people put sequins and stuff on? And,
Yes!
like, have you seen the pictures
right.
and stuff like that?
Yes.
She would have one of those. She'd love it.
Absolutely. She would deck it out. It would be great. Bedazzled? Yes.
Yeah.
Step 1, invent the vacuum. She chased frantically after the vacuum.
I'm gonna...
Okay,
I swear
sorry.
I'm gonna commit.
No! She chased frantically, scrambling Abigail's with her eyes and made attempts to help, but not being familiar with the work, she only ended up getting in their way. She probably felt that everyone would be better off with her not in the room. So when the maids ordered to get new furniture made... Oh my god. Hold on.
You can
So when
do
the
it.
maids ordered to get new furniture made their way out of Nellie's room, she attempted to follow them. There we go.
You hold on a second. You. Yes, you with the white hair.
However, Nellie stopped her before she could take her leave.
What?
The white-haired girl turned back, bewildered, to find Nellie smiling at her. The corners of her mouth turned up into a self-assured grin. There was no trace of timidity or uncertainty in her demeanor. Her flaxen eyes seemed like they would look nice under the lights of the sun. Almost the exact opposite of the white-haired girl.
I wanted to talk to you, actually. But Mother never was one to share. I asked her to trade maids, but she wouldn't have it. Trade? You mean for... Which is why I decided to completely redecorate my room, because then I would need some extra hands. But why? Because Mother and Father refused to tell me anything. Why is that? Who are you exactly? Where did you come from? Tell me, what house are you from?
Nellie, that's so many questions.
Why can't you tell me? If we took you in, you must be from a fairly decent family. As a member of the Rhodes family, I have a right to know. Do I not? You can't expect me to welcome a girl into my home who won't even tell me where she came from. I don't know anything about you. I haven't seen you at any parties. I came from another country. Another country? What country? Somewhere very, very far away. Oh? North of here? East? West? South?
She's so adamant. She's like, tell me.
South. It's south of here. I crossed the sea to get here, which is why we have never met before. How far did you have to travel then? How many times did the sun rise, and how many stormy nights did you face? Innumerable days and nights we sailed, heading ever further north. Huh. So tell me. Lady Nellie, that is a most wonderful painting. She just tried to brush me off. I won't let her get away that easily. Painting, it's in my room, so of course it's wonderful. But that one's especially so. You're both so adorable. You, Lady Nellie, and Lord Mel. How old were you when it was painted? Huh? Oh, that painting! Goodness, yes, you have a good eye for art. It is magnificent, isn't it? This was done when I was 4 and Mel was 7. You see how we're standing next to each other holding hands? I was too young to remember it very well, but Mel looks like he was really embarrassed. But standing there like statues makes for a boring painting.
Nellie explained brightly. Having completely forgotten she was pressed up against the white-haired girl, she did a little twirl, stopping to face the portrait. Though many paintings lined the walls of her room, Nellie was most fond of the one of her and her brother. Wee-woo, wee-woo. Two darling siblings standing side by side.
They're coming for you,
Side by his
Freyja.
head. They are? Oh no! Please! I'm sorry, I promise I'll rate better. The older brother smiling kindly, and the younger sister sweetly tilting her head, her cheeks the color of fresh picked apples. It was like the very embodiment of their happiness. A painting lays in its subjects bare, you know, fortune and misfortune, happiness and sorrow, enshrined on canvas for all to see. And this reflection is not merely limited to the point in time it was made, either. Did you know, Master, that paintings are alive? They are drawn with a brush over an extended stretch of time, unlike photographs, which capture a singular moment. So we can have photographs, but we can't have we can't have vacuums? I see how it is. No. The two have their own...
I clicked forward, you read what was there.
Oh, okay.
I was too distracted by, like, do I pursue the photographs thing or do I just leave it?
The two have their own individual merits, but a photograph is still while a painting moves. Portraits reveal both the past and the present state of those they depict.
Mel and I have always been close. I would sing songs for him and he would teach me about all sorts of things. He's so smart. Nowadays, Mel hardly even goes on walks with me, making excuses like, I'm an adult now. But we used to spend a lot of time playing together in the rose garden. I see.
The white-haired girl normally had difficulty smiling, but her lips naturally curled upward as Nellie reminisced. A vision of the two happy siblings had probably swelled up in her mind. And I imagine there was a faint trace of envy in her heart as well.
Lady Nellie, you love Lord Mel quite deeply, I see. Yes, of course I do. Mel's smart, and he's studious, and he's incredibly kind. For my birthday, he gave me this wonderful rose necklace. The jewelry shop he got it from is famous because even the royal family makes commissions from their workshop. So he had to have it ordered in months in advance. Just for me. He's a prince. Oh? He's pretty charming, wouldn't you say? That's why I call him my prince. But you know what? Mel is a terrible dancer, and he still hasn't got his feet on the ground yet, and he's so bad at interacting with girls because he hasn't even met one.
He hasn't even met one single one, except for you, I guess.
So there's no one else who would say that about him. He is quite the gentleman. I assumed women would be drawn to him. Gentleman? Have you met Mel already? This morning, briefly. That reminds me. Mel seemed to know about her too. What do you think about Mel? As I said, he is a gentleman. That's not what I mean. Don't think I'll let you get away with putting any funny ideas in his head. What? Mel is too trusting, he's pure of heart, so I won't stand for you trying to take advantage of him. I would never. So you say, but you actually want to get close to him. I wouldn't dream of it, Lady Nellie. He is a man far beyond my reach. Girl, we had one conversation. Literally.
Yeah.
Sometimes it just be like that. It's like, why were you talking to that dude? Because I work in his house? You aren't planning on doing anything, are you? Not at all. And you don't have any romantic feelings for him, do you? What?
I literally got here.
I literally just got here last night. Well, do you? I have no romantic feelings for him, Lady Nellie. And you won't develop any. I will not.
And with that, Nellie gave a wide, satisfied grin. Even though one has no way of knowing how another truly feels, or how they might feel in the future.
You wouldn't, would you? Now that I think about it, there are plenty of other boys. You getting together with Mel is downright absurd. Indeed. But anyway, back to what we were talking about earlier. Your family, I almost forgot. You haven't told me exactly where you came from or anything about your...
Lady Nelly, I've brought a new carpet. Just look at the embroidery. The work of a true artisan. I'm simply in love with it. Surely we'll find it to your liking as well?
Wow, you're right! That's a Florentine stitch, isn't it? I wonder whether someone mimicked the style or if it was imported. Either way, a great find. Let's hurry up and get it laid out. Oh, and we'll have to see how the colors go with everything else. We have to finish redecorating quickly so I can show Mel. He'll be so surprised. What wonderful taste you have, Nellie.
When the other Abigails returned, so too did the bustle within Nellie's room. As the white-haired girl watched, a faint smile crossed her lips. Perhaps it was from relief at having escaped Nellie's inquisition. Or perhaps... Ah, Nellie, I'm back.
Did you eat something you're not supposed to, dearest Mel? You're unusually cheerful. You usually are just the saddest sack in the world.
Right? What the heck?
You usually just
you?
look so pitiful.
So pitiful and bullyable. I'm the same as always. Anyway.
Never mind that, dearest Mel. Take a look at my room I redecorated today.
So that's what you've been doing, hiding away in the house all day, Nellie?
How is that any different than what you were doing? You were in the church all day.
I guess.
It's different because he was with Jesus.
Yes. I will look at your room, I promise. But first, do you know where the new maid is? Now, don't get any strange ideas. I just haven't had the chance to introduce myself, and I thought I should as a member of the family.
Except you have, and I know it.
Being the eldest son, it would be shameful if she were to pass me in the halls, not even knowing who I am, so...
Don't ask me.
What? But you were in the house all day.
She attends to Mother, so why would I know where she is? Though she did help redecorate my room.
You made her help? That's work for the menservants. There was no reason to make the maids do it.
Oh, so you're saying I should invite a bunch of men into my room?
I go into your room all the time, Nellie, and you were in my bedchamber just this morning.
Only one man is allowed in my bedroom, dearest Mel, and that is you. So unless you become a servant, which I will not stand for, I will not ask any of them for help.
Oh, Nellie, you ought to be a little more...
A little more what? If you're going to lecture me, I won't hear it.
What am I going to do with you, my little lady?
What? Why are you looking at me like that? We talked about you, dearest Mel, and I'm not going to tell you what she said.
About me? What did she say? Please, Nellie.
She said she has no romantic interest in you.
Oof. But why did that even come up?
Because we're both girls, we talk about things like what kind of boys we like and who's the most handsome.
I'm glad that the golden age is also now.
True. Mia, when I show you pictures of Graha, Tia.
Yes!
Why do you look so downtrodden, dearest Mel? You look like a sad little boy who can't get his crush to notice him. That face is unbecoming of a prince, Mel. Are you interested in her? That's strange. You haven't even met.
I am not.
Yeah, Mel's already like, this is enough, girls. I'm done.
Too
Sad enough.
Yeah.
They aren't worth it.
No. It's just depressing to find out that someone you've never even met doesn't like you. That's all.
if I'm going to make my move, I must do so soon. I don't have much time. The master of the house isn't around, so next in line would be him.
Oh.
That painting.
Oh?
Aww?
What about that painting?
It had a weird vibe.
It had a weird vibe. The vibes were off. I
vibes
have
were
to
off.
tell somebody about it. Despite his near devastation at Nellie's news, Mel's flaxen eyes continued to wander in hopes of catching sight of the girl.
Simp.
Simp. It didn't pass the vibe check. Correct, it did not.
Yeah, it did not.
By now, it should be quite obvious to you what Mel was feeling. But the boy himself was having difficulty comprehending the things going through his heart. Emotionally, it was horribly unstable, like a ship without a sail. And still, every time he spotted the white-haired girl, his heart would leap, his whole body jitter with anxiety. Jitter? His whole body jittering with anxiety and excitement. He had never felt anything like this before, and as such, he struggled to keep these strange emotions in check. Whenever he saw an opportunity, Mel would speak to the white-haired girl. And days he was unable to, he either spent in secluded silence or a distracted daze. He's love-struck.
Aww. Gross.
Love gross. The first girl you talk to, and this is what happens.
Yep.
Love
This is why he
curious.
wasn't allowed to talk to girls.
Yeah, they knew. They just knew. It has the power to change those who experience it. When he did manage to approach her, he tripped over his tongue. Again and again he talked to her, and again he stumbled. I imagine, if you were to take him to see a romance at the theater in his present state, he would cry just as much as little Nellie. We cry at tragedies because we draw parallels within our own lives. At least, that is what I think. Great tales of romance attain true gravity with the audience only when they are personally familiar with love. In any event, the white-haired girl was, as a result of this, visibly perturbed.
Poor girl.
Right? She was delighted that he was being so kind to her, but confusion overpowered every other emotion. She appeared to be at a loss for what to do as he clumsily catapulted words and stares at her.
Oh god.
But Mel did not back down, though he probably knew not what caused such fiery emotion to erupt from within his breast. One's first love, in particular, tends to burn like a wildfire. Are you familiar with the sensation, Master?
Oh, Ramsey, thank you for the follow.
Thank you, Ramsey!
Welcome to the stream.
Welcome! Oh? There she is. Is she cleaning?
Is she vacuuming?
She's vacuuming! She's vacuuming!
Oh my god,
No.
she's vacuuming.
You'll have to speak louder, Mel. She won't be able to hear you over the vacuum. No, it looks like she's reading. It's now or never. Boo! Sorry, I didn't mean to scare you.
Why does he look like Eloise Trancy?
Oh,
my god!
you're right!
You're unlocking cursed memories! Oh my god!
Oh, I can't believe you just said that!
I'm not gonna be able to unsee it!
No, me neither!
Oh my god!
The little white rich boy.
Oh my god! Oh god, did you read this line? I got so distracted.
I think so.
Okay. Lord Mel, you very clearly meant to scare me.
Because he just wouldn't notice me. What are you reading? You look pretty engrossed.
Oh, I'm sorry. I should have asked for permission.
You've caused suffering? Yes, you have.
It's the good kind of suffering.
It is.
It's fine because this is a Mel bully zone, so
Yeah, so
you
you're
know,
bullying Mel.
you're allowed to bully him as much as you want. I openly invite it in my chat. It is very encouraged.
It's fine. No need to apologize.
Nila, thank you for the follow.
Hi, Nilla.
Hi, Nila.
It's fine. No need to apologize. Feel free to read whatever you want. And you're welcome to bring books back to your room if you'd like to spend more time with them.
I smooch you, Nila, and then I smooch Emmett Selk.
Choo-choo-choo. But I was just...
Oh, that's me.
Oh, that's you!
You're taking my lines.
I got distracted by Emmett.
Oh, that happens to me too. Nila's risen from hibernation. Spring is coming.
Yes!
Wow. But I was just amazed that the mansion had a library. It must have been a lot of work to collect all these books.
There are some pretty old books in here too.
Your grandfather's?
Some that he collected, and some even older than that. Take a look at this. I think it's a diary, but it's not from this country. Or this century, for that matter. Maybe a feudal lord? Here, he's complaining about the quality of the harvest. Can this forsaken land only produce over sour grapes? Ah, if only the largest of the, Barney?
The dinosaur?
Barney? Barney?
Barney.
He's here?
He's here. Oh my god.
They have TV here too?
Oh my god. They're so advanced for 1603. Wow.
Right?
No wonder. I guess it makes sense for rich people.
Yeah, yeah, you're right. If only the largest of the Barnier estates were mine instead. The land there is much more suitable to cultivation. There you have it.
You can read this, Lord Mel?
More or less. I've looked over it several times already, so that wasn't too difficult.
Why would such an old book be here?
I'm not sure. It and all of this were already here when I moved into the mansion.
Have you not lived here your whole life?
I was born at our estate. But to me and Nellie, this is more like our home. We moved when I was still young, and we've lived here ever since. Nellie and Mother have both grown quite fond of it. Father, though, often goes back to the house because he doesn't like all the roses.
Lame. Roses are great.
Roses are the best flower!
By himself? Yeah, I also really like forget-me-nots. Those are my favorite.
Yeah, they are good. Yeah. Well, sometimes Mother goes with him. But for the most part, he goes alone. But don't get me wrong, it's not because they don't get along. In fact, they act more like teenagers in love than grown adults. It almost makes me sick having to watch it.
Imagine knowing how to be with a woman, Mel. He can't.
Right?
It sickens him because he can't be that.
He can't be that. He doesn't know how.
It is a wonderful thing to be so close, no matter how old they may be.
True, but still.
There are those in the world who cannot be with the ones they care for, as much as they may wish.
I'm sorry about that. Oh, that's right, the book. What were you reading?
I, wasn't exactly reading. I do not enjoy reading lots of text, so I was looking at the pictures.
Picture book!
Aw, I also like picture books. Some of them
Me
are so
too.
pretty.
Yeah. Is that so? You seem very cultured, so I thought you would be partial to reading. Perhaps you're actually more like Nellie.
A shoe!
Eschew your
A shoe!
studies. Achoo! Bless you.
Bless you. Yes.
I wouldn't have guessed. But you like looking at pictures?
I do.
What else do you like?
What?
What do you enjoy doing? It can be anything.
I enjoy being told stories.
Stories?
Yes, when I was young, my father would tell me tales.
What kinds of stories did you like?
There was one about an imprisoned girl.
Tell it to me.
Yeah, Mel, kind of sketchy. It's kind of sketchy.
A little bit.
Once there was a girl, and she was locked away in a mansion deep in the forest. A mansion with only one window. But the window sat high upon the wall, far beyond her reach. So it was always very dark inside, unlike this mansion. However, the girl did not like the outside world. There were lots of scary things out there after all. Though she may have been all alone in the mansion, she grew comfortable with darkness in time, so she had nothing to be afraid of. And then, am I doing a good job?
You're doing fine. Keep going. What happens next?
Okay. And then the girl grew up. By then, she had already forgotten why she was locked up, but she was content with her darkness. However, her eyes couldn't help but be drawn to the little bit of light that spilled through the one window. Though she was comfortable in the darkness, the sight of the light made her heart race. At first, the girl thought it was because she found it unpleasant, because she disliked the light and the outside. But slowly, she came to realize that she was curious about the outside world. What could be happening out there? For all she knew, the town, the forest, the people, all of it could have been changed while she was imprisoned in the mansion. But she had no way of finding out. So, the girl decided to write letters and throw them out the window. What began as empty grasping became routine, continuing for several months until she was finally ready to give up. But then, a beautiful white dove flew in through the window. Tied to the dove's leg was a letter. Her heart racing, she read the words contained within. It seemed to have been written by a man. The letter contained numerous questions for the girl. It also said that if she attached her reply to the dove, it would bring the letter back to him.
Eek, a man.
Eek! Scary! She was astonished, but she wrote him back anyway, taking care not to mention where she was. After having exchanged letters a number of times, the two felt very close to one another, as though they had known each other for many years, despite having never met.
Internet friends?
Yeah, it is kind of like that, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's kind of similar. I can definitely I relate a bit, like, overall to this story, but, like, you know, that aspect does make me think of my internet friends and, like, old internet crushes.
Oh, yes.
Yeah. And eventually the man.
Said he wanted to meet her?
Indeed. The girl was unsure what to do. Should she tell him of how she lived? Should she reveal where she spent her days? Would he say, "Damn bitch, you live like this"? She was afraid if she did, he would cease to send her letters. She was sure he believed her to be a young lady of noble blood. I can't stop. I can't stop. They come to me like visions and I have to say them.
You have to.
If only she had a mattress on the floor without a bed frame. True, then he'd think it's fine. He'd be like, "Aw, sick, that my room is just like this."
Oh, yeah.
Definitely. And not a girl locked away in a house deep in the forest. The girl could not bring herself to write a response. She released the dove through the window with nothing attached to its leg. And yet it returned with another letter, written in the man's familiar hand. You must surely have a grave reason for your silence, it said. I would like to know that reason, and I would like to help you. No matter what it may be, you have my word. She deliberated. Though his letters were kind, she did not know this man. He was from the outside. Would he still treat her the same way when he met her? And did she even want to step out into the world beyond? What do you think she did?
Wrote a letter and agreed to meet him, right?
Yes, she did. The girl made up her mind. She would write a letter. As always, when she tied it to the dove's leg, it flew off out the window. And for some time after that, she received no response from the man.
Oh no.
This saddened her, but she thought it was for the best. She belonged in her own confined world, her world of darkness. But then one day, light shone into the mansion. The sealed door had been opened, and in the doorway stood a handsome young man. "I have come for you," he said. The man was a prince from a neighboring kingdom. When the girl stepped outside, before her sat a magnificent carriage, the likes of which she had never before seen, accompanied by many servants. The prince, kind as in the letters, swore his love to her, and the two lived happily ever after.
That was intense.
It was. That was fun to read.
Yeah! What a nice story. I'm glad I had a happy ending. A prince.
Was there something funny about the story?
No, that's not why I was laughing. Do you ever imagine what it would be like if a prince showed up for you?
Huh?
It doesn't have to be a real prince. Even just someone like one. Is that something you dream about?
Oh, no, I think I'm perhaps a little too old for that. Run, girl! Get out of there!
Get out of there!
Get out of there! Girl, you gotta get out of there.
You think so? Nellie still fantasizes about her prince, and she's 14. I just assumed all girls were the same.
Could you imagine saying that to a girl?
Right?
Or like having a man say that to you?
Oh, how dare you!
I would actually run. I'd be like, hello? What exactly do you think all girls are like?
Yeah.
It's like, I'm just sorry, that's so funny, because I'd be like, okay, well that's a red flag, goodbye.
Goodbye, I'm out.
Yeah. Lady Nellie's prince. That's you, Lord Mel. No?
What?
Is it not?
I mean, we used to play make-believe a lot when we were kids, but I very much doubt she still thinks of me that way in earnest. When she calls me her prince now, it's mostly in jest. If it weren't, that would be concerning.
Yeah.
Yeah, you think so, Mel?
Oh?
That story, do you know if it's a regional tale? One that's been passed down through the ages?
I am not sure. It could very well be of my father's own creation. You might think me conceited, but I think the story might be about me.
The girl trapped in the mansion is you? You haven't been locked up anywhere before, have you?
No, thankfully, I have never been locked up before.
Thank goodness.
But with an appearance like mine, I can sympathize with her being afraid of the outside world. I have at times imagined how wonderful life would be if it were only me and my father.
But the girl left the house in the end. If your father really wrote that story, then I believe it contains his hope for you to end up the same way.
Oh?
I don't have what it takes to be a real prince and whisk you away, but I can at least pretend. So, if it was your father's wish for you to see the outside world, I can show you the world.
It's splendid. Is that you and Jafar?
No, it's not me, Jafar. Shut up.
Guys, if you weren't at Arctic Phone last night, I need you to know that Freyja got exposed for thinking that Jafar from the Disney movie is really hot.
I can explain.
No, you can't. No, she's gonna lie. She's gonna try and say it's about Twisted Wonderland, but she said it while watching the animated Disney movie.
Follow your dreams. No, I don't. I'm not going to follow my dreams. Don't worry about it. I didn't say anything like that.
Yes, that's what Essie said. Are you saying Essie's a liar?
Yes, Essie's a liar. How dare she?
Oh my god. Somebody clip this and send it to Essie. I don't know if you can even clip yet on my channel, but somebody tell Essie. Somebody tell Essie that she's getting bullied.
No.
Wake her up again if you have to.
Girl, wake up, you're getting bullied. Then surely there's nothing wrong with you getting out and experiencing all the scenery that world has to offer.
Thank you, Nil. I love you.
I want to see the outside too. Or to be more specific, other countries. So, if you'd like, we could maybe go see distant lands together.
Oh, dearest Mel, I've been looking all over for you.
Nelly.
Look at this, dearest Mel. Mother brought me these wonderful gloves to wear on walks. The roses embroidered on the wrists are just precious. Oh my, you're right. They are beautiful. You appear to be dizzy, Lord Mel. Are you feeling unwell?
No, I'm fine. Good job, Nelly.
Nelly said, no more of that.
No more of that. Leave this poor lady alone. That's not what she was thinking, but I like to...
I wish it was.
Mel was feeling frustrated at his inability to convey his feelings to her. And as his frustration built up over time, he developed, I suppose you could call it a severe case of lovesickness. For several consecutive nights, he had been afflicted with a peculiar sensation. A presence in his bedchamber.
Poochie, hello! Thank you for coming!
Poochie, thank you so much!
We are gone bateing so hard.
Yes. Uh-oh. Who's this? Oh, I don't remember.
Oh, I know who this is. I don't know. We can just do random voices for now. It's not any characters that have been on screen.
Okay, I gotcha. Death! Death to the unholy one! Death to the heretic! Death to the witch!
Oh my god, he's meeting his sleep paralysis demon.
Kill! Oh no.
Kill.
Kill!
She's... I think this is you.
Is it me?
I think so.
Oh no! Why? I never wanted her to die. Was she not eating?
Seal off the tower. Understood? No one finds out about this.
How can you be so calm? Don't you understand what you've done?
Pinning the blame on me. How nice it must be to distort reality with panic.
Yeah. You're just as guilty as any of us. I never wanted her to die. The witch killed her. The blood of the witch killed my...
Oof. Oof.
Well, that was lovely, Mel.
Also, I'm gonna take 1 second. The traffic outside my place is being so loud tonight, and it's annoying me. I'm gonna close
no.
my window, even though it'll make my room warm. So give me 2 seconds.
All right. Careful on your way back.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
So-
Careful on your back. Yeah.
Freya, you have to entertain the chat for me, okay? I'm trusting you.
Okay.
Can you do
Can I?
it? Can you?
Okay, chat. Favorite Disney villain, go.
It's yours, Jafar.
No, maybe. Listen. Okay, listen, everybody. Okay, there's this new game that just came out in English called Twisted Wonderland. Okay, and in Twisted Wonderland, there's this character named Jamil Viper, and he's very much supposed to be Jafar. So listen, like a year ago or something, me and Essie were watching the Aladdin movies, and I don't know why I said it. I think it was just bad judgment, but I may have maybe said Jafar is so hot, but that was listen. It was a bad time. I don't know what I was thinking. Maybe I had too many drinks. And then bad judgment. Yes. It's bad to lie. I'm not lying. And then we never mentioned it again until last night when Essie was like, "Did you know that Freyja called Jafar hot?" And then Garlic Phone became our entire love story. So it was about the actual Jafar? Yes, it was. The heart wants what the heart wants. The heart doesn't know what the heart wants.
We had to ban Jafar from Gartic Phone because he was in every drawing and prompt. Like, people kept putting in prompts for her wedding with Jafar. And it got really out of hand. There were like peg Jafar jokes, and it was a lot.
It was so bad.
It was a lot. But anyways, so I'm never gonna let her forget it now. And
Oh no.
I can't have the worst taste in 2D Boys in Prismaria anymore because that's Freya's title now.
Come on.
Oh no, Italian Diva! Oh my god.
Italian Tifa. Oh no.
Oh, the Italian Tifa thing is such a time. I still cannot believe it.
As long as everybody has fun, right?
Were you having fun?
That's debatable.
You didn't have fun playing games with us?
I had fun playing games with y'all. Did I have fun kissing Jafar in these
Yes.
pictures? No. No! We are moving on.
Fine.
Let's see what Mel's sleep paralysis demon is up to. Ah!
He sounds like a fighting dog.
A dream? What was that dream? It was horribly unsettling. I was holding someone. A girl I cared for deeply in my arms, and she was limp. It was almost as if she were dead. I've been having a lot of really unpleasant dreams lately. I can't stop shaking. Why would I have such a dream? I feel sick. Back to sleep. But I wonder, who was that girl? I can sense someone standing beyond my door.
It's Jafar.
Shut up! Shut up! Mel, open up! Oh no! Is someone there? It's like they're watching me. Is it just my imagination?
I'm sorry, I'm still laughing about thinking about Jafar. Do you know how hard it's been trying to hold myself together all day today? Because I just remember that you're in love with Jafar.
Shut up! I am not in love with Jafar!
Yes, you are!
Oh my god. I can't move. What do you want? Go away. The sound is growing fainter.
Those are his hooves.
Stop it! No!
All I know how to do to be funny is quote meme.
It's a good tactic, though.
Is that truly what your story meant, Father? But such a magnificent garden. Something we could never have had. Are my intentions misguided? What a beautiful white rose.
You know, you could have sneaked into his room rather easily then. No one was watching.
How long have you?
Oh, you needn't pay me any mind. I shall not condemn you, no matter what you do. Rather, I am on your side.
I was not going to do anything.
Oh, is that so? Then perhaps you were out for a late night stroll. I imagine you have less difficulties going outside at night.
I beg your pardon. I will return to the mansion immediately.
Oh yes, that reminds me. It was also the middle of the night when the grocers
Yeah.
broke into their safe. News of that spread quite far. I am sure you would have heard about it.
Oh?
Although, oh my goodness, was
Good
Gamache?
luck.
Although, was Gamache imprisoned? Dear me, I'm having trouble remembering. But worry not. If you wish for it, the mansion shall provide. You are in no danger whatsoever of getting caught.
You said that a witch lives in the mansion, did you not?
I did. Does that sound perhaps a bit archaic to you?
No. I believe those rumors mockingly refer to me.
Oh my.
I have been accused of being a witch before. Which is amusing. I don't have any magical powers. I simply have an unusual appearance.
My, what a lovely shade of red.
The rose.
Is something the matter?
This rose was white.
No
Until
magic
I
powers,
took
you
it in my
say?
hand.
Is that so?
I apologize, I must sound mad. I'm sure I was just mistaken. It couldn't possibly have changed.
I wonder.
Yes?
Did the girl locked in the mansion become a princess?
What?
We should lock up and head to bed. Make sure all the shutters are closed nice and tight, and then draw the bar on the front door. Spooky!
Spooky!
What's happening?
I don't know. Chat, what do you think?
Do you think she's a witch? Who do you think the witch is?
Take your bets now.
Take your bets. Place your bets.
Yeah. The winner gets... I don't know. I can't think of anything funny. My admiration and Freyja's self-insert Jafar fanfiction.
What the heck?
All Ravity's got a good guess. Very good, very good.
Mm-hmm.
The other mate is very spooky. That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Grunty is the witch! No, he's a good boy! He's just a
Witches can be
little
good
guy.
boys.
Look at him. He's just a little guy.
He's got no care in the world, just his hot chocolatey
Yeah.
water.
All he's got is his hot chocolatey water and his Fortnite dancing. He's innocent. Look at him. Look into his little eyes.
Does that look like a witch to you? I don't think so.
No. Grahatia has done nothing wrong in his life. Yeah, I still have it, and look, I gave him a tiny little drink.
So cute. He's here, he's happy, so anytime any bunny is stressed, just look at Grahatia for a little bit.
Exactly. So thank you for giving me the idea for us all to have drinks.
Yes!
I was like, oh, I can find assets for this, and I did.
Ta-da!
Freya, do you like your bunny drink?
I love it very much. It's very
Good.
difficult for me to actually drink.
Wait,
because
I got this, I got this.
It's cute.
Here, sip, sip.
Thank you.
Okay, Graha too. Drink up, bitch. What?
It's your turn too. You also had to drink up.
Oh, okay. Yum, 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 yum. Okay. There we go. We're all hydrated. Everybody else drink something too. Water or like tea or whatever you've got. Water is good for you. Hydrate.
If you're not already following Aqua, smash that follow button, because as soon as we get to affiliate, we can make a bet. You can actually place your channel points on who you think the witch is.
Oh, that would be so fun.
much
That'd be really
right?
fun.
Yeah.
Oh, that would be such a cool thing to do.
It would
If
be.
I make affiliate, I'll absolutely set that up.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the main thing is I gotta just keep streaming though, but
yeah.
I'm gonna keep doing that because it's been so fun already.
Good. I'm glad.
Yeah, thank you for the advertisement. You're my marketing manager.
It's me.
You're gonna click the wrong answer. That's fair, I would too. Oh no, I knocked over my Grahatia phone stand.
Your Grahatia phone stand.
Yeah. I was laughing too much at the idea of clicking the wrong answer, and I was like, yeah. And then I just knocked him over.
Oh no, baby boy.
Babe, no.
Babe. If only time could be stopped, this beautiful era made to live on through eternity. As usual, Mel's eyes chased after the white-haired girl, and Nellie pursed her lips in frustration at him. But she was still rather docile. Even taking into account how self-centered she behaved, how fickle her temper, Nellie's fits were still no worse than a playful kitten. See? At that very moment, our lively little feline had her claws poised to swat at the flaxen-haired young man.
Sorry, Graha, I made your girl laugh too much and now you're dead.
Oh no!
No! What'll I do now?
Oh.
God. He's so delicate. He's a delicate little flower of a cat boy.
He is. Protect him.
Uh-huh. Mel, you promised me, or have you forgotten?
I haven't forgotten. I'm just asking if we can go another way. Another day.
Another day? This isn't something that happens every day. I've been looking forward to tonight's performance for so long.
Gotta go see Shakespeare. There's nothing I can do about that. We're having a gathering at the priest's home tonight. Several high-ranking officials have come up from the mainland just for this.
Who cares?
I care. You know, Nellie, it doesn't have to be me who goes with you.
No, I want to go with you, Mel. You've been so distant lately, dearest Mel. You refuse to do anything with me.
That's not true.
Tell me, if you can't go today, when can you? When will you be willing to go out with me? When will you be willing to play cards with me, to have tea together?
I can't make any promises. I have things to do, obligations. And Nellie, you're almost an adult yourself. Stop acting like such a child.
I'm not an adult yet, I'm still a kid. If it means I don't get to play with you anymore, dearest Mel, then I don't want to be an adult.
Nellie, you can't... Lady Nellie, the Master wishes to speak with you.
Huh? Father does. What could he want?
Go on, Nellie. You can't make Father wait. He's very particular about people keeping their appointments.
Yes, he is. Unlike you, dearest Mel.
What's got her in such a fell mood? Oh, thank goodness for small miracles. Nellie just won't seem to take me at my word lately. You mustn't be so harsh on her. She is your one and only darling little sister. You're right, but still, she's taken it a bit too far of late. Oh, I am not so sure. She does not seem to be... She does not seem to be behaving any differently to me. Am I the one acting differently then? It's called growing up, Mel. Well, enough about that. Can I ask you a favor? Me? What can I do for you? I was thinking...
He was thinking?
He was thinking?
How?
What is...
Since when? This isn't my Mel.
No! Bring back the other Mel. He really has changed.
Whoa.
He grew a brain.
Whoa, all on his own?
What?
What?
That's not how that works.
I think it is.
Must be defective.
Whoa!
That was really bad.
That was so
Sorry,
mean,
Mel.
but I liked it.
Physically, Mel was undeniably a young man, but the smirk that crossed his lips as he schemed gave his face the sweet look of a little boy. A little white rich boy. Or perhaps that was simply part of his charm, and it was not the age disparity, but his character that made his smile so heartwarming. What did he ask of me? You shall find out soon enough.
It's cloudy. And thank goodness for that, too. Though it would be even better if it were even darker out. I believe the textile shop was around here.
Hi there.
Lord Mel, fancy meeting you here.
Yeah, what a surprise. So, what do you say we take this chance and go for a little walk? Since you're sensitive to the sunlight, we can keep our eyes out for shadowy areas as we go. And if you're feeling well, just let me know.
I was sent out to run an errand.
Don't worry about that. Come on, follow me.
Run, girl.
Run! Get out of there! I'm sorry. It, wasn't actually an accident that we crossed paths.
Huh?
I planned this out ahead of time. Asked to have you sent out on a fake errand. It feels like I'm always on alert back at the mansion. Can't relax in my own house. It's actually kind of funny. Sorry, that was inappropriate of me. I just thought since the sun's mostly blocked out, it would be alright if...
I'm feeling just fine.
Of course, I get her out of the house and I can't even think of anything to say. Hey,
Yes?
have you settled into life at the mansion?
I have. Everyone has been such a big help.
That's good to hear.
Indeed.
These two.
This is
Mel,
so
you
awkward.
still haven't learned after all this time. So,
Yes?
Nellie told me she had you help redecorate her room sometime back.
Yes. That was shortly after I arrived. What of it?
Yeah, that day, Nellie told me that you don't,
I don't...
Never mind, sorry. It's not important.
Huh?
It is important, but I can't just ask how she feels about me. That would make it sound like I... Forget sound like. I do, don't I?
Lord Mel?
Oh, sorry. I had something on my mind. It looks like it might rain again today. The weather usually gets better as summer approaches, not worse like it has been.
It won't be a heavy storm, though.
No?
The wind is too gentle.
You can tell from that?
Vaguely, but yes.
Huh. What?
Oh no! I'm getting sleepy.
No, I just... couldn't tell you why. That's impressive. Like, I think it's just too much talking, you know? You feel winded after a while, you're like, oh, take a breath.
If we need a minute, we can always take a break after this scene or something.
Yeah, okay.
Okay. So we'll finish this scene and then we'll do like, I don't know, what do you think is good, like 10-15 minute break?
Sure.
Okay.
Maybe even, honestly, maybe even just 5.
Okay, yeah, 5-minute break then. That's enough time for like
Alright.
people to refill waters or go to the washroom, stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I often leave the house unprepared, only to find myself sloshing back in the rain. You laugh a lot more than you used to.
Do I?
Yeah, and I like that. You look better with a smile on your face.
A smile suits Lady Nellie much more than I.
What? Her smile and your smile are completely different.
Also, a smile suits you as well, Lord Mel.
Oh. Do you really think so? What am I supposed to do in the face of a smile like that?
Yes?
Knowing her, if I ask if I'm imposing, she'll say no without hesitation. Trying to cover myself isn't going to get me anywhere. Hold on a second. I never did get you those flowers like I promised. There was a single white rose blooming in the garden. I was planning to give it to you, but it disappeared before I had the chance.
I wonder what happened to it.
Don't know! So, I'd like you to have this. It's not a real rose, but it won't wilt either. Mel was holding an intricate ornamental white rose. It was an impressive detailed replica of the real thing, crafted by an incredibly skilled artisan's hand. It was, I imagine, made by the same craftsman from whom Melly had ordered Nellie's birthday necklace. The young man, who but a handful of days earlier had said he had no sweetheart, had come in to commission a present for a girl. The master of the shop must have been quite surprised, or perhaps it had given him a good laugh instead. It was for this moment that he so desperately sought for time together with the white-haired girl. I don't know what you like, so I had to base it on my sister's tastes.
My apologies. I cannot accept this.
Is the design not to your liking?
No, I just...
Mel, this is her job and you're making it awkward!
Mel...
If you're concerned about how much I paid for it, don't be. I just want you to have it, that's all. Please.
Why are you being so kind to me?
Why? Because...
I'm sorry, I can't accept it.
A clear glint of flustered panic was visible in her red eyes. There is not a girl in the world whose heart would not flutter at the sight of the sparkling rose accessory. But her reaction was far from delight. As a matter of fact, there were traces of fear and apprehension in her countenance.
I beg your pardon.
Oh, hold on! With a look of distress on her face, the white-haired girl made to run off, but Mel grabbed her by the arm in the nick of time.
Wait, 1 second. 1 second.
I wait.
Yum, 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 yum. Okay.
Okay.
Oh, hello, Mono Zero. Thank you for coming in to say hello. Good to see you.
Hello. Oh, you're
Hello.
playing?
Yes.
Enjoy playing. Thank you for stopping by at least.
It's extremely good. If you play and get ahead of us, feel free to jump in then and share your thoughts. Would love to hear them.
Mm-mm. At least tell me why. Is it because you dislike me?
I never said.
Something's wrong with me. From the day you arrived at the mansion, it's like I haven't been myself. I've been strangely aflutter ever since then. Whether I try to study or whether I try to read, none of it sticks. I'm just looking at pages of text, tracing rows of letters, only for them to disappear as soon as I look away. It's all because of you. I
truly am sorry. Please, don't be any more generous than you already have. When I'm with you, my willpower wavers.
What do you mean by that?
I'm so sorry.
Wait! Mel's grip loosened for a moment, allowing her to slip free and dart off like a gust of wind, not giving him a chance to stop her a second time. The dumbfounded flaxen-haired boy stood frozen in place, left all by himself. The breeze, which the white-haired girl had called gentle earlier, felt faintly chilly, almost as if mocking him. It looks like she's even less fond of me than I thought. God, I'm crying. I'm pathetic. It's okay, Mel. We know it, but it's okay.
It's okay. We're all a little pathetic sometimes, Mel.
Yeah.
Well, if it isn't Mel, what might you be? Are you crying?
No, don't look at me. I'm so pitiful. Sorry you had to see this.
Think nothing of it. I passed by a girl just a few moments ago. She appeared to be rather distressed as well. Did something happen between the two of you?
I wasn't good enough, it seems.
Not good enough.
That was the new maid I was telling you about before. I was, like you said, Father, I was keen on her. Quite. Enough to bring me to tears like a miserable child. But she rejected me. I don't even have what it takes to be a stand-in prince.
Mel.
I apologize for complaining to you about this. I'm completely hopeless.
Mel.
Please, don't try to cheer me up. I don't need any sympathy. I just...
No, Mel, listen to me.
What?
I've seen that girl before.
What do you mean?
But, you said she was a servant at your house, right? In which case...
Yes, she is. Please tell me, Father. Where did you see her? Why must you be so evasive?
It was probably someone else.
Someone else? You're saying you mistook someone who stands out as much as her? Father...
She, and a man who I assume is her father, paid a visit to the church once. They came asking for food, their clothes in tatters. The two were emaciated. I don't think they were eating daily.
What? Wait a minute, are you saying...
She's a beggar.
Not Tiny Tim?
Tiny Tim!
But Father said she came from an esteemed house.
Which is why I said I might be mistaken, Mel. She has a singular aspect, but it is possible there's another girl who looks similar.
Deep down, though, the priest surely believed the opposite. And so he said sternly, like teacher to a pupil.
But you must be absolutely certain, Mel. Understood? You cannot proceed any further without knowing her ancestry.
May I visit the church, Father?
By all means.
In the back of Mel's mind, a vision of the night of the storm, the night the white-haired girl arrived at the mansion, was surely replaying. She had been wearing little more than rags and covered in grime, hardly the appearance of a respectable young lady of class. Have I been putting her through unnecessary stress? Yes! All she wanted to do was vacuum, and you came in.
Oh my god. I guess Rose, thank you for the follow. I appreciate that so much. Welcome to the stream. I hope you're enjoying your time here.
Welcome. If she actually turns out to be nameless, to be rankless, no matter where she comes from, my heart is decided. I will not fool myself about how I feel any longer. No, I cannot fool myself. But how does she feel? What will everyone else think? I had to find out why she was welcomed into our house. I'll ask Mother or Father. No. If for some reason they don't know she isn't aristocratic, I'm better off not saying anything.
Aw, thank you, I guess. Yeah, I'm sorry I couldn't make the Among Us collab tomorrow after all, but, I'm still hoping that you guys have fun and have a great time, and, I'd love to do another collab sometime. Thank you for coming to drop by one of my streams. It's so nice to meet you, too.
Nice! Welcome, welcome, welcome. Good luck tomorrow.
Yes, I hope it goes well. I hope it's fun. I'll definitely watch the VOD.
Yeah! No. If for some reason they don't know don't know she isn't aristocratic, I'm better off not saying anything. But if they don't, then does that mean she's been lying to us? And to them? I have to find out. This time I must get answers. You go, Mel.
No, absolutely not! You come back and the first thing you say is that? I hate you, Father. I will not stand for this. Why? Why would he just suddenly throw that on me? He didn't even ask for my opinion. No, I won't do it. I'm fine the way things are. I'm just fine. Dearest Mel, I need your help. I don't want to get married.
That was really good. You delivered those lines
Did
so
I?
well.
Oh,
Yes,
I tried
you did.
my
Good job,
best.
Aqua.
Alright, should we take our 5-minute little break?
Let's take a 5-minute break.
Okay, 5-minute break, everybody. We'll see you
That's
back
it.
here in a few minutes. Go get water, go to the washroom, whatever you need to do.
果てしない未来広がるこの空、新しい自分に生まれ変わる、世界中幸せの雪を降らせてみせるよ。運命はつかむもの、この手自由に伸ばせばいい、決められた明日はない。黙っていてもわかるあの日、出会いは偶然じゃない、遠い瞳に永遠感じた。暮れてゆく夕日が綺麗、冷たい風が吹かればあなたの声そっと聞こえてる。心の中一人じゃないこと、痛いほどこの胸を熱くする。始まるね信じることから、この気持ち生きる証。果てしない未来広がるこの空、新しい自分に生まれ変わる、世界中幸せの雪を降らせてみせるよ。その手つないで。水に揺れる花びら、遥か月を追いかけてく、見てた夢より遠くへ。嫌なことがあるたび一人青い空を眺める、弱い自分に負けたくないから、探していた温かい愛の場所も未来も。
Okay. We are back.
Hello, hello, hello.
How was everybody's break? Did everybody have a good pee-pee? I can't believe I just said that out loud. Oh, good job.
Clip it! Clip it!
Love it.
No.
Nah, I inhaled a custard bun.
A custard.
Yeah.
I made myself more tea, so I'm happy.
Nice. That sounds very good.
Yeah.
Sounds so yummy.
Bahari, I'm glad you're still here. You've been listening mostly while working. Okay, good. I'm glad you're being
Yeah.
able to get some work done.
Yeah, I hope your work's been going well.
Yeah.
I'm happy if we're good background noise. I'm like,
Right?
that's what like a good visual novel stream should be, in my opinion. Just good background noise.
Yeah, exactly. It's good. It's like listening to an audiobook.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Just nice and chill.
Yeah.
Oh, great.
Alrighty. We ready?
I'm ready. Are you ready?
I am.
Bold.
Alright. Oh! No, never mind.
What? Oh,
Actually, yeah. I was gonna say, I noticed that your following alert somehow moved upwards. So
Did
it's
it?
cut in half. Yes.
what the heck?
I know. Like, we'll fix that before we move on.
Oh my gosh. Okay. I'm gonna make sure that the alert box is on top.
Yahoo!
Which, you know, I'm gonna even just move it so that it's over top of chat, because it's fine if it covers up chat. Oh! Thank you for the follow! Frog Boib? Boib? I hope I said that right. Thank you for testing to make sure that the alert is working right. That was amazing timing. You helped me out so much.
Good, good, good.
So kind of you.
Thank you. Welcome to the party.
Yeah. Our party in a cursed mansion.
Oh, spooky.
Hehehe.
Sounds so spooky. I forgot how spooky it gets so quickly too.
I know, it swings a lot between like this like period romance drama to like spooks and like tenseness.
And mystery. Yeah, it's good.
So fun.
Alrighty.
Alrighty.
It sounds like you're kind of
Yeah,
partying.
good taste, good taste. This is why we can
Good
party
taste.
together.
Yeah. This may seem sudden, but I must confess that I made a grave mistake. My transgression is that I was unable to completely predict where this path we were traveling led. My hands were full dealing with the immediate day-to-day tasks, so I could do naught but pray there was happiness waiting in the future. Happiness for everyone who lived within Rose Manor. But I am but a mere maid. There are limits to what I am allowed to do. And furthermore, it was not my place to offer her my hand. Roads, such as the one we were following, have a way of diverging with little warning. Sounds like life.
Yeah.
And if you do not turn the wheel the wheel of time?
The wheel turns as the wheel wills.
Yes. And if you do not turn the wheel exactly right at those sudden forks, you may end up somewhere horribly off course. I was well aware of that fact, which is why I thought that what I did was for the best.
Jesus does need to take the wheel.
Yes.
We need his help.
Please. It's happening again. I made sure the door was closed, but I can sense someone standing there. Someone watching me. Footsteps. They're looking down at me. I want to open my eyes, but I can't do it. Curses. You're just going to leave me without doing anything, aren't you? Then hurry up and get out of here. Free me from this torture. No, tonight they're on my bed now, looking down at me. My neck. I can't speak. I can't move. These cold fingers. That soft breath. Why? I can move my body. But that's not important right now.
You smell of roses. The scent of a world far removed from ours.
He made a gasp at the sight before him, only to realize he could not. The pressure of her cold fingertips wrapped around his throat robbed him almost entirely of the ability to breathe.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh,
Uh-oh, sisters.
Now.
Yes, yes, go girl. Do it.
He silently mouthed the word. For that moment, at least, her melancholic ruby eyes were focused wholly on her flaxen-haired young man. In them glowed a faint flicker of willpower, and a continuously burning agitation that roused her to action.
It is. This is what you get for flirting with a woman while she's working. Mr. Nelson, thank you for the follow. It's so nice to see you.
Thank you!
Wow. Welcome. I hope you are enjoying the stream.
This is, quite the moment.
Yeah, this is quite a time to come in, isn't it? Choking on this live stream? Hit that follow button. Smash it.
Smash it!
Yeah. I told you to stop being so kind to me.
Why?
It will be all over soon. Please don't make any noise.
Why?
To put an end to this family, you are my only.
Why are you shaking?
What?
Upon hearing Mel's words, the strength drained from her slender fingers. He had not been questioning why she would do such a thing. There was, of course, a twice.
A twice. A twice of bewilderment.
A trace of bewilderment visible in his eyes.
No, all good, Nelson. Thank you for coming. I appreciate it.
Yes.
I'm happy you're here. I appreciate your support so much.
Yes.
Yes.
Twice.
Twice.
But he did not shout, nor did he tremble in fear. He instead expressed concern for the young woman who looked like a cornered rabbit.
She's a bunny too.
She's a bunny girl
Just
too.
like you.
Just like me.
I am not shaking.
You are. I can see it. As he slowly regained his breath, Mel's voice too grew clearer. Conversely, the red-eyed girl's grew progressively more faint and raspy. You are not doing this because you genuinely want to. There's some other reason.
This is what I desire.
Have you been to my room before? You have.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'll be damned. Tell me, why are you shaking? You're not putting any pressure on my neck.
Why haven't you run?
Because I cannot fathom why you would do this, so I'm not afraid. Do you hate me so deeply you want me dead? Do you despise me to the point you would be willing to take my life with your own hands?
No, I don't.
See? Like I said, there's another reason. If it isn't because you detest me, then tell me, why is it?
I am sorry. I will leave your room now. I will do my best not to bother you any further, so please forget anything ever happened.
Do you think I'm just going to say okay and let you go? Why can't you tell me the reason?
I'm sorry.
Alright.
Why is he only able to make conversation on his deathbed?
That's what I'm wondering!
Alright, that's the trick to talking to girls. Die.
Just choke me out and then... Only in that dire situation will I be able to talk to you normally.
Wow.
Alright then, I'll try and guess.
What?
It has something to do with your lineage. You're troubled by it somehow. Am I right? I thought so.
How do you know about that? See, we taught you, Nelson. Now you know and you can do it. You can talk to any girl now. Just tell her she needs to, like, choke you out with the intent to kill. That's important.
Yes. The priest at the church told me he had seen you before. He also told me, a little about your origin. But that's all I know. The only difference between us is social rank. I don't know what would cause you to do this. Please, tell me who you really are. Tell me why you came to the mansion, and why Father allowed you to be a maid. I haven't said anything to Father and Mother. If you're hiding the truth from them, they still don't know. But I want to. I won't get mad at you or have you punished. I'll even swear to God if you'd like. I want to be the prince who whisks you away. I want to be like the prince who rescued the girl from the dark mansion and showed her the world. I know I'm not that dependable, but I want to help you.
Why do you show me such compassion? Why do you treat me like this? I have my hand around your neck.
Why? I thought it might be obvious. Or have I not expressed myself well enough? I love you. Every time you push away, it crushes me. I didn't even know my heart could feel such distress. If you dislike me and don't want to be with me, then, well, I'll just have to live with that. As much as it may hurt. But if you have any other reason, some weight on your shoulders that you can't share with anyone else, tell me.
Aw, Mel Duper Gal's proud of you. Good job, Mel.
Good job, Mel.
Good job,
You're doing
Mel.
it. You're
doing it.
learning.
Wow.
Woo!
Woo.
But if you have some other reason... No, I already read that. I want to help you. There are other options. Things we can do about your...
No, that's not it.
Huh?
I've tried to hate you so many times. So yes, there's more to it than just social status. But I can't do it. I couldn't make myself do it.
What do you mean?
I had so many chances, but I couldn't do anything.
She spoke in a stifled voice. Stifled.
Stifled.
Is it stifled?
No, it's stifled. I just thought
Okay.
stifled was a funny way to say it.
As if every word had to fight to escape her lips. She appeared so fragile, so precarious looking down on him that it seemed as though if a gust of wind were to whisk through the room, it would blow her away completely. Her pale fingers were trembling, like she had just tried to squeeze them again and failed. However, her hand did not pull away from his still slender neck. Her hand is so cold. He did not challenge her, but simply kept his eyes affixed on hers, as if watching carefully to see what she would do next. I'll say it as many times as I must. I love you. And I wouldn't be able to accept losing you without knowing anything. So please, tell me the reason. I'll see to it that you're taken care of.
Those are the words of a man of means, Lord Mel. Of someone blessed enough to have pity for others. You are a foolish young man. You know nothing. But the greatest fool of all is myself. If you agree to punish me, I will talk.
Tell me. Her long white hair and his soft flaxen hair touched. For just the briefest of moments, it appeared in the darkness as though they had fused together. The white-haired girl, having finally gathered the courage, began to slowly tell her tale.
On the night of the storm, I paid a visit to Rose Manor, this mansion. My father and I were always on the move, traveling across the land by foot, so it was only recently that we heard rumors of Rose Manor. There are several reasons we couldn't stay in one place. First is my unusual appearance. People often find the color of my skin or eyes disconcerting. So after living in one place for long enough, unsettling rumors would begin to spread, forcing us to leave. Another reason was my father's line of work. He painted pictures for a living, but he had trouble finding a patron, so he had to work day to day. When he was no longer able to find work in a city, we would move. We were birds that migrated without a flock. When we arrived at this town, my father was exhausted and weak. That is when we learned of Rose Manor, and the family who dwelled within it. Rhodes is a name my father could never forget. He was long ago a painter in service of the Rhodes family.
Hold on. Your father was an artist here?
Yes. It was before I was born, so you probably don't remember, Lord Mel.
So, you knew about us before you came here?
For as long as I can remember, I've known the name Rhodes. My father was chased from your house, just because they didn't like something he painted. Having failed the Rhodes family, no one else would become his patron. Just as good as a good reputation spreads, so too does a bad one. Branded once as failure, no one will ever take you in again. You nobles throw your parties and spread your gossip about this painter or that sculptor. The rose you tried to give me is an example of that. It was certainly crafted with skill, but the jeweler is only known because some aristocrats spoke highly of him. My father's paintings were no less skillful. His was a talent that could not be easily imitated. But no one was willing to separate the art from the artist. The Rhodes family stole everything from my father. But even thrown out onto the streets, his only skill was painting. That was all he could do to earn a living. What little money we had for food he gave to me. He did anything he could to ensure my survival, even at the expense of his own well-being. My father passed away in this town. Up until his last breath, he was only ever concerned about me. He held me in his arms and ran his fingers through my hair, an apologetic look on his face. If I had a normal appearance, I'm sure life would have been much easier. He was always telling me how sorry he was for making life so hard. Even though it's not his fault I look like this. I disdained the Rhodes family for putting my father through such hardship. I imagined you were still living in decadence, acting as though nothing had ever happened. No, you wouldn't even care about the fate of one simple painter. Our lives meant nothing to you, and so I sought to bring misfortune upon you.
And that's why you tried to kill me.
In truth, I had wanted to take the master's life, but your father spent so much time outside the mansion, and so...
You're right. If they lost me, it would put my family in a very difficult position.
That is the whole of my tale. You now know about my father, and how I feel about you. Having told you of the blackness in my heart, I cannot go on living like nothing has changed. Please give me punishment.
Why would you have me put the one I love through any more misery?
I am not fit for your affection. Not only because I am not an aristocrat, but because every time I spoke with you, I did so holding this darkness in my heart. Does that not unnerve you?
In the end, it was my family's actions that caused you so much suffering. Would that your father were still alive. Perhaps I could have done something. I'm sorry. And besides, you hesitated. You didn't actually kill me. What am I even to punish you for? As you said, you had countless opportunities, but you could not bring yourself to do it. Tell me, why couldn't you kill me?
Because
If it's because I've given you enough reason to have even the slightest bit of interest in me.
Mel, does this mean you like me?
So, you gonna come up with it? Are you gonna say it?
You didn't kill me, so, you like me, right?
Right?
That means a girl likes me, right?
Yeah.
Nothing was as I envisioned it.
What?
I assumed the residents of Rose Manor would be cold people who believed that wealth and rank mattered above all. But on the night of the storm, the mistress was the first one to extend her hand to me. I arrived at the mansion disguised as a beggar. Actually, disguised is not the right word, as many nights I only survived on the generosity of others. The mistress did not send me away when she saw me. Quite the opposite, she took me in as a servant.
So that was Mother's doing.
I could scarcely believe she would invite a stranger into her home, that she would treat a stranger with such compassion. Well, you see, Nelson, the way it works is, you need her to try and kill you so that you can talk to her, but, if she doesn't actually kill you, that means she likes you.
That's how you find out.
That's how you know, okay?
Surefire way.
It's
Surefire way.
my guarantee.
Yeah.
Works every time. I thought perhaps she knew who my father was. But I had never met any of you before, so she simply must be that kind-hearted a woman. and the mistress continued to treat me with kindness, despite my disquieting appearance and the darkness in my heart. In time, I began to grow less and less sure of myself. Was what I meant to do truly right? Were the things I felt truly justified? But it was a certain fact that my father was here and he had been chased out. So I decided I should take your life to put an end to everything before I wavered any further. And then...
And then... I couldn't resist.
You were too kind to me. It's all your fault.
We're doing so well that I threw you this curveball. I'm sorry.
Because you laugh with such affection. Because you give me smiles like that. Because you say the things you say. I'm sorry.
No, don't apologize. I'm so happy to hear that. Despite, the unusual circumstances. Please, don't say you want to leave. Don't ask me to punish you. I couldn't do anything for your father, but at least allow me to do something for the daughter he cared for so dearly.
You are far too kind-hearted.
I'll be happier with you around. You can become a real aristocrat.
Huh?
There are families that would be willing to adopt you, especially knowing it would bring them ties to the Rhodes family in the near future.
Are you saying,
As long as you're okay with that, of course.
I don't understand how you could possibly say that. I have my hand around your neck even as we speak.
It seems reasonable enough to me. I'm desperately looking for some way not have to lose you.
But I couldn't. I don't know any etiquette or social customs. How could I?
You can learn all of that. You're pretty and naturally graceful. You'll do just fine.
You are such an aristocrat, Lord Mel.
You are such a little rich boy.
Such a little rich boy. Oh, sure, yes. I think Nightbot should allow that now. Do you want me to check Nightbot's settings real quick? Let me do that.
Post it, test it out.
Huh. At least if you get sniped, it'll be very quick, but...
Yeah.
Spam protections. Okay, it should allow links now.
Yahoo!
Yeah, you should be all good.
Ooh,
Huh?
I made myself ginger tea. So it's
Oh,
very strong ginger.
oh. Tasty.
Tasty. What?
The way you can come up with compliments so easily.
Only for you. Nellie says my poetry has as much charm as a dissertation. I believe that. I don't understand theater. It puts me to sleep.
You go to bed. Oh, thank you. I'm gonna tweet that later. Thank you. I'm so glad. Oh, do you read this line? I can't. I get distracted so easily. My goldfish memory.
It's fine. I think so.
Yeah, it was really good. It was so funny.
He laughed. Thank goodness. Keep smiling. You don't have to stop. A smile on your face is a smile on mine.
That's pretty gay.
No matter how deep the darkness has taken root in your heart, it can always be removed. I believe people are capable of forging their own futures. What do you say we go to the theater sometime? I promise I won't sleep through it. I might need your help in understanding what it means, though. You're better at pictures than I am.
Mel doesn't understand visual metaphor.
No! At the private theater, we get seats at the far end of the second floor, so we don't have to stand. They would be pretty lavish seats, and it would give you a chance to experience a noble life.
But
Please, don't be shy. I can have clothes prepared for you. I'll ask one of the maids who can keep a secret. Say, the one with black hair. She kind of scares me, though. You don't say.
don't know what I am supposed to say. How could you show such compassion for me? I tried to inflict harm upon you. Am I allowed to feel such joy?
For every day you've suffered, a day of happiness. That's how it has to be.
Damn, Mel, that was kind of smooth, though.
Right? Where is he learning this from?
Getting choked out really did a number on him. I think we just needed to, like, deprive his brain of oxygen for a few seconds. And it reset itself.
Everything! So stand by my side. He softly whispered the girl's name. For several long moments, her lips trembled in trepidation, but in time she squeezed them together and made a smile. He wrapped his arms around her unbelievably slender, frail frame, holding her tight in an affectionate embrace. Mel approached me the next day. He explained to me the course of events, and then asked me to dress her up more beautifully than any other noble girl he had ever been. She was already a very pretty girl, so even without much effort on my part, simply putting her in a dress, she radiated beautifully. I was quite partial to her smile, so I agreed to help, thinking that if it would lead to their happiness, I could not ask for anything more. I never anticipated what would happen next, though. Perhaps my hopes were unreasonable after all.
What do you think's gonna happen next?
Dun dun dun!
Dun dun dun!
Chaos. Chaos will happen next.
Yeah. Oh, do you want to be Arthur?
Yes. Now, Nellie. You love the theater, so don't look so cross.
Oh, wait a second, I have to allow a message. Yeah, Nellie's gonna kill a bitch. I like that it, like, stopped me to ask if I was gonna allow it, and I looked at it, I was like, hell yeah, I'm gonna.
Nellie was out with a man other than her brother that evening, a rare sight indeed, and she was quite clearly in a foul mood.
I will not stand for this. That I should have to marry a man as disagreeable as Arthur. It's unthinkable.
The young man at her side was Nellie's fiancé, selected by her parents. On any other occasion, she would have snubbed an invitation from any man who was not Mel, but she had little say in this matter. She was, for lack of a better word, forced to go out with him. And oh, how furiously she had fought against it. She had shoved aside the Abigail trying to fasten her corset, locked herself in her room, and sobbed for quite some time. It required the combined efforts of several of us to get her ready and out the door for her date. Come now, you should at least pretend you're enjoying yourself. Or do you want people to think we don't get along?
Do we get along?
Well, I want to, for what it's worth.
What it's worth to you is my name, not me.
Are you really going to be like this? I went out of my way to take you to your favorite play. The least you could do is be a little kinder to me. What was it called again? Romeo and Juliet? It's been running for 6 or 7 years now. That's wild to me. Imagine going to a movie theater. It's like, yeah, this has been out for 6 years.
Yeah. I guess that's
feel
just
like-
how theater is.
Yeah, definitely.
It's so different. Plays just kind of can run or like go in seasons. I'm not exactly sure how it was back then. I know I learned about it in school, but I don't remember a ton.
Yeah, no, but it makes sense how like they would run it a few times, but many times over the years. A family like yours or mine could pay to have a brand new script written. So why should we have to see an old play at a theater full of commoners? Maybe private, but even so, I would rather just have a show put on at my estate.
Stop talking already. Why should I have to marry someone like you? I have
Tell him, Nelly.
absolutely no desire to marry you.
You tell him.
Whatever it takes, I will put a stop to this. I'll talk to Father as many times as I must.
Please don't make such a scene. It's shameful. There are people around. Remember, you represent your family. Besides, our families are hardly strangers to one another. Try as you might, I doubt you can get rid of me. No matter what you say, you can't break this engagement.
You don't.
Your parents gave you too much freedom, and look at what a spoiled little girl you became because of it. Goodness, you're going to be quite the handful.
Oh, get off your high horse.
No, you're the one on a high horse, Nelly. You are going to be my wife. You could at least put some effort into liking me. What happens when I take you to social engagement, and you act like this? It's shameful to the both of us.
This coming from someone who used to call me Lady Nelly. What's your problem?
When you chose to act like a lady, I'm glad you call you that again. Goodness gracious. Put yourself in my shoes for a second. I have to marry a bratty little girl because it will help my family.
How dare you talk about me that way?
You're not a damned princess. Open your eyes. If you think talking to your father will get you out of this marriage, you're welcome to try. I doubt he'll have it, though. Otherwise, you can just go complain about it to your friends. Oh, that's right. As far as I'm aware, you don't have any friends.
Enough!
As you wish.
This is so frustrating. Why should I have to listen to this jerk mock me?
For real?
I have Mel. I know. If Father won't listen to me, I'll ask Mel to talk to him. Mel will be able to convince him.
Oh, this is so sad.
Yeah, I feel bad for her.
Right? To be stuck in this sort of thing. Oh.
It would be a nightmare to, be forced into a marriage like this. I can't
It
even
would.
imagine.
No, me neither. Come on now, your favorite play is about to start. Maybe you should face forward.
Enjoy it while it lasts. You won't be talking down to me much longer. What?
Huh?
Is that?
Wait, Nelly! Get back here! What is that damn child's problem? I didn't give her permission to leave. Father will be sure to hear about this. I cannot have the roads making any more of a fool of me.
I...
You're fine. Don't be shy.
But so many people are looking at me.
Gorgeous! That's because you're gorgeous.
You and Mel are on a wavelength suddenly.
No, don't say that.
You're becoming him.
No.
You're becoming the role.
Uh-oh.
No, it's because I look strange.
I assure you that's not the case. It is true you have an unusual appearance. Oh no. What did I do?
Oh no.
Are you good? But right now, the unique color of your hair, your skin, and your eyes all serve to accentuate your beauty.
You sound like a prince, Lord Mel.
I mean, I did say I'd be a stand-in prince for you, but...
I think you're a wonderful prince. not just a stand-in.
Aww. Which makes you my princess, then.
I don't.
Oh, you're supposed to say, yes, I am there. You're going to make me sad. I guess I'll just have to keep working at it until you submit.
Whoa!
Whoa!
Whoa! Whoa!
No? Thinking you're a top? Come on, buddy.
No, come on. Come on. He's about as bottom as Essie.
Exactly. Oh, hey, the play's about to start.
What am I supposed to be doing?
Nothing in particular. Just sit back and enjoy the show. Oh, but there is one thing.
Yes?
If I start dozing off, could you maybe wake me up?
Nah.
What?
Dearest Mel!
Nelly?
Dearest Mel, why are you... What are you doing here? I
asked her to join me. It's nothing to get worked up over.
It is, it absolutely is! How many times did I ask you to come with me and you wouldn't? You don't even like theater, dearest Mel, and you brought her?
You're right, I'm not especially fond of plays, but I wanted her to be able to see one. Why are you making such a big deal out of this, Nelly?
She's not suitable for you.
What?
She isn't good enough for you. Why would you choose her? She's creepy and you have no idea where she came from.
Don't talk about her like that, Nelly.
But you don't even know who her family is.
I do.
What? Lord Mel.
It's fine. You just stay quiet. Like the other maids, she comes from a respectable house. I looked into it. However, circumstances prevent me from telling you what that house is.
No, you're lying. That can't be. She doesn't act like a lady. She lacks etiquette and she probably can't even dance. You expect me to believe someone like her is from a good house?
Enough already, Nelly!
Mel yelled at me.
You have my word. You don't have to worry about her. So please, stay out of this, Nelly. It isn't any of your business if I spend time with her, is it?
But dearest Mel.
You need to stop hanging all over me, Nelly, and find someone for... Wait. What are you doing at the theater? Are you here alone?
Oh yes, dearest Mel, about that, I have a favor to ask of you. I had been waiting to talk to you about this since yesterday, but I haven't seen you at all.
Settle down, Nelly. What is it?
Father had me engaged without consulting me, and he picked Arthur, that disagreeable little...
Oh, right. That. I already know.
What?
These folks are in quite
They
the
sure
drama.
are.
Yeah. I heard it from
There's
Father.
a lot happening right now.
Ah, yes. That reminds me, you didn't show up at breakfast this morning. I see now. It was because of your engagement.
Dearest Mel.
Is that who you're here with today? In that case, you should get back to him, rather than waste any more time with us.
You knew I didn't want to get married, Mel, so why? Why didn't you talk Father out of it?
Because it's your time, Nelly. If there's someone else you'd rather be with, then, well, you can try persuading Father, but...
You're the only prince for me, dearest Mel. And a prince always grants his princess's wishes. Doesn't he?
Oof.
I just want you to say you'll do that for me, dearest Mel. Lady Nellie. You stay out of this! It's all your fault! It's all because you showed up and played your little tricks on him. I warned you about this rat, dearest Mel. She is not suitable for...
I told you I've had enough already. How much longer are you going to continue acting like a child? I can deal with you being a spoiled little girl, but how dare you be so derisive of someone else?
Mel, hit me. Lord Mel!
Go on, the show's about to start. People are giving us dirty looks.
'Cause you just hit somebody in public.
Yeah! Damn, Mel! What are you doing?
Mel!
Return to your betrothed, now. I will apologize to him afterwards as well.
You said you would always be by my side. That you would always be my prince.
The time for make-believe is past, Nellie.
No, I refuse to believe it. I will not have it.
Nellie! My goodness, that girl.
Are you not going to go after her, Lord Mel?
No, just let her go. The only place she even has to go is home. I just wish she'd start acting a little more like an adult.
I imagine Lady Nellie is simply...
She what?
No, it just wasn't my intention to get between you.
Don't blame yourself. It's not your fault we had an argument.
But you two are so close.
Well, yeah, we're siblings. We're so close, but nothing more. I do care about Nellie, and I enjoy spending time with her. But she's my sister, nothing more. Anyway, sorry for making such a scene.
No, why?
I imagine she left her betrothed behind without saying anything, so I'm going to go apologize to him. We had to keep up appearances. Stay here, I'll be right back.
Very well. God, I wouldn't know what to do if I was the white-haired girl.
Right? That's such an awkward conversation.
Like, oof. Ugh. And I totally understand why she feels so guilty. Like, I just wouldn't know how to handle that at all.
Yeah. Master, what are your thoughts on the tale so far? Which of the siblings do you think was in the right, Master? The brother or the sister?
Yeah, Graha he's carrying on his Fortnite dance. He's trying to relieve the tension.
Yes, look at him.
Look at him go.
Good
Graha,
job.
who do you think is in the right? I think they're both in the wrong and in the right at the same time, because people are complicated.
Right? Curious what chat thinks too.
Yeah, does anybody in chat have any, like, opinions or feelings? What's your guys' take on this situation? Because that was a wild scene.
It was. I feel like there's been a lot of build up to this scene.
There was, oh my gosh.
And it was just bam, bam, bam. One thing after the
Yeah,
next.
everything just kind of exploded all at once.
Mm-hmm. He just got here, unfortunately. That's okay. No, it needs to grow up.
Oh, you showed up with Starbucks. Nice.
Where's my Starbucks?
Why do you always demand drinks from my chat? I gave you a drink already.
It's not Starbucks.
Have it and be quiet.
Okay.
Gra has a very good reason to come to a chat, so I don't blame you.
Yeah.
Or to a stream.
I agree though, I think Nellie needs to grow up a little bit, but at
Yeah.
the same time, oh, it's so sad that, like, she's stuck in a rough situation and doesn't know how to deal with it.
Yeah, it's like, she's definitely not handling it well, but I also can't fault somebody, especially a 14-year-old, for being, like, so unhappy with the situation. Because, I mean, even if they were thought of as adults back then, it's like they still weren't, though. Like, they were still children and their brains are still developing.
Yeah, right?
Like, I feel like Oh, I was such a little brat when I was 14. Like, I
Me
don't
too.
know if I would be even better.
Juliet was 13. Yeah, exactly,
Oh, man, yeah.
right?
That's true. It's crazy
Like,
when
poor-
you think about, like, what kind of lives teenagers lived back then.
Yeah, so different.
Yeah.
There was no Fortnite there.
No Fortnite! But they did have vacuums. You decided they have vacuums.
Yes. Vacuums and TVs.
Oh, boy.
But I definitely think, like, poor Nellie is so stressed. So, of course, she would turn to Mel. And it sucks that Mel couldn't have been there for her.
Yeah, I also understand Mel's, like, position of, like, you know, this is the society they live in and the situation they kind of have to deal with. And,
Yeah.
you know, like, he did it very harshly, but I can also understand him kind of wanting a life outside of Nellie, especially when he's found someone he likes and not... And, like, I know in his mind he's just trying to protect her.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my. I apologize for the abrupt question. Did I startle you? What do I think? Yes. I believe Mel was probably right. He was also surely happier than her. As Mel had anticipated, Nellie fled from the theater, leaving her fiancé behind. She forced her way into a carriage stopped outside, probably one called for a different nobleman, and ordered it to take her home. Mel's assumption was correct. The only place she had to return to was the mansion. The sun was beginning to set, and as a young lady, she could not simply go wandering through town alone. Nor did she have any acquaintances to take her in. Her world was, in essence, composed of two elements: her brother and the rose garden. They were the light of her life at Rose Manor.
Yeah, I seen stuff like that, I'm like, oh, I can't imagine how lonely she must have been.
Oh,
Like,
so
imagine
lonely.
just your whole life being your house and your sibling.
Exactly.
Like, no wonder she kind of freaks out when, like, she feels like she's losing both of those things.
She lived a very isolated existence. Poor Nellie. When she escaped back home, Nellie went straight to her room, locked the door, and began sobbing. The waves of her sorrow came crashing effortlessly over the levees.
I think maybe? I don't know.
Leaves. Tears streamed through the cracked walls of the dams blocking her ear ducts.
Why? Why won't you help me, Mel? Why won't you take my side?
The decor in her room appeared blurry through her damp eyes. Memories of the day she had it redecorated played back in her mind with crystal clarity.
She told me she had no feelings for you. That liar!
She let her emotions run wild, breaking glass craftworks, silver plates designed by famous foreign artisans, flower vases, all sorts of things. It was as though a beast had been set loose in her bedchamber. The vase she tossed shattered against a painting hanging on the wall, spraying water, porcelain, and roses in every direction. It was a portrait she adored so dearly of her and her brother. And in what appeared to her like a metaphor for her life, the frame fell off its mounting and came crashing to the floor. Nellie darted over and scooped it up. The frame had broken, but the painting inside was unharmed. The two smiling children were still the very image of happiness, inseparable siblings gently holding one another's hand.
My prince is no more.
Though in her present state of mind, that image of happiness brought her nothing but misery. And the worse she felt, the more frustrated she grew at the smiling girl and kind boy of her past.
The princess is no more either. You're not a princess anymore, Nellie. Some other woman has taken your place. I trusted you, Mel. I believed you would always be there for me. This painting is nothing but a lie. That's not the real Mel. That's not the real me. It's all a big fat lie. A lie. I wish this painting never existed. That it was never made. That I never had a brother. This painting.
In a fit of emotional distress, she scratched feverishly at the painting she once considered precious. She put more force into her fingers than she, or perhaps anyone, might have imagined she could. Flakes of paint began falling off the canvas, and in time she noticed something peculiar.
Huh? What is this writing? Something's hidden beneath the paint? Just a little more. A date. Why would that be hidden? What could it be for? Completed. Completed May 1587. 1587.
She read aloud the faded, scratched-up handwriting. After staring blankly at the text for some time, the color in her face began to drain.
What is this? How could this have been painted 16 years ago? I wasn't even born yet then, and Mel would have been just a baby. Is this not me? Is this not Mel? There's still more writing.
Urged on by her rapidly pounding heart, Nellie furiously scratched away at the painting. Even as her clean pink fingernails were soiled with fragments of paint and blood, she did not stop. She was so overwhelmed by trepidation that she could not stop. She had a horrible premonition that something was about to happen. Something indescribable, incomprehensible.
This is how I envision your son and our unborn daughter might look several years from now. Your son and our unborn daughter. So this was a painting of the future. That it really is of me and Mel. No, use your head, stupid. I'm only 14. 16 years ago, I would not have even been inside Mother. But then who is this? Who is that holding Mel's hand? Who is that with my brother? More, there has to be. Ow! Found it! There's more writing. I have to know what this is. Calm down, Nellie. It's nothing to get worked up over. I'm sure it's nothing. Calm down and read. There's nothing to worry about. If our unborn child...
This is what the writing on the painting said. If our unborn child does not have your hair color, then you will probably not be able to take her in as our own. I will be punished, and my life made miserable. And so I pray that this child might have flaxen hair. Though it is a sin to wish she has... Though it is a sin to wish she has in her a trace of me. I do hope it is a girl.
What am I reading? I don't get it. Someone tell me, what does this mean? A painting from 16 years ago. Hair color, sin. I do hope it is a girl. Oh boy.
Bum bum bum.
Bum bum bum.
We were gonna stop an hour ago, and then we were like really close to the end.
I
We may as well
know.
continue.
I can't imagine stopping right here though. Like,
Right?
that'd be a terrible cliffhanger.
Mm-hmm.
Yes? It's Nellie. Let me in. Lady Nellie? Oh, you changed out of your dress. That's a shame. It looked nice on you. It really did look so nice. Almost like you were a princess. Lady Nellie? Yeah, it sure is getting wild. Say, I've got a question for you. Do you mind? By all means. What color hair did your father have? I beg your pardon? Did you not hear me? Should I repeat the question? No, I assumed it would be about Lord Mel. I am just so curious about where you got that white color from. My father was more tan than white, so I didn't inherit my paleness from anyone. I asked about your father's hair color. Why would you want to? There's no reason you can't tell me, is there? My father, had white hair, but that was simply because he was an older man. I do not think he was born with... Lady Nellie? Hey, guess what? I've figured it out. I've figured it all out. And it was so simple. There's only one difference between you and me. The thing that Mel fell for is... Why do you have those? No, stay back!
It's so intense! Unsheathing noise!
Oh, scary.
Shing!
Oh, I'm so tense again reading this, even though I know what happens.
Right? Oh my
Oh.
goodness. Deep breath, everybody. We have finally reached this point in the tale, Master. If your memory has been refreshed, then we can return to the mansion immediately. Very well, then. If you insist, Master, we shall proceed with the story. It was a stormy night, much like the one the white-haired girl had first arrived on. It was quiet as a crypt in the mansion, not a single light visible in the halls. Not a creature was stirring, not even a
Mouse. I wish that was the story we were in right now.
Same! The house sat in wait for the sun to peek out over the horizon. The darkness is, generally speaking, something that rushes by like a gust of wind as we sleep. The flaxen-haired young man, too, lay in bed, pale blue moonlight sporadically streaming through the gaps in his drawn velvet curtains as he attempted to submit to slumber. He was having difficulty drifting off, but as time trickled onwards, he grew closer and closer to the arms of Morpheus. Suddenly, he sensed a presence in the room, much like the one from those nights some weeks earlier. Is someone there? Answer me. A slender, feminine finger pressed gently against his lips. There was no hostility in the motion, but rather a great deal of affection. The silhouette faintly visible in the dark room was the same of that night. A flash of lightning shone through the drawn curtains, illuminating her beautiful white hair. Several silky locks spilled over her shoulders, and brushed against Mel's cheeks. A couple soft puffs of air tickled his face, as though she were silently laughing. He assumed her finger, held against his lips, was her way of telling him to stay quiet. She began to slowly, delicately, trace the outline of his mouth, moving down his cheek and along his jawline as if over porcelain. You're, rather more forward than I remember. Well, I suppose you always were quite daring. This isn't the first time you sneaked into my bedchamber. The boy said in an attempt to conceal his surprise. Do you remember the night she came to exact revenge on him for her father? Indeed, she had proven herself to be a rather bold girl once already. It's dark. I can't see you very well. Why don't I light a lamp, or perhaps we could open the... before he could finish, the white-haired girl sealed his lips with her own. In the near-total darkness of his bedchamber, the two shadows appeared as one. They remained that way for several minutes. Their kiss was innocent, no more than the pressing together of two pairs of lips. And at the same time, the white-haired girl lovingly ran her fingertips across his skin. When their lips separated, Mel gasped for air. He seemed he had been holding his breath. Slightly embarrassed at himself, he said,
Dearest Mel.
Nothing. He could not speak. The silhouette hanging above him was certainly the white-haired girl's. Or was it? Because his next words were, "Get off of me!" He reflexively shoved the girl straddling him aside. She rolled off the bed, landing on the cold floor, but slowly, gradually, she crawled her way back towards him.
That wasn't very nice.
Veiled in darkness, she slowly lifted her head. And then there was another flash of lightning. The heavy fabric of the curtains rustled, bolts of light streaming through the gaps. Her flaxen irises glimmered. Though in the blush-white light, they took on a twinge of almost golden glow.
No need to be so rough. This isn't the first time she's visited your bedchamber. Is it, Mel? Or did I not kiss you the same way? Tell me, how does she run her fingers across your skin? What does she do when she nuzzles up to you?
Stop! Stop this madness, Nellie! Why would you do this?
Because you like white hair. Don't you, Mel? You like white hair, which is why you fell for her, isn't it? So if I have white hair, then you'll fall for me too. Then I can be your princess again, dearest Mel.
What are you even talking about?
Me too, Bahari. It feels weird saying these lines. Everybody, me too,
like,
guys.
Oh my god, what just happened?
Remember when we told you we put that content warning command in for a reason?
Yeah, here it is.
Here it is.
He could not escape from her, from his sister's piercing gaze.
Bahari, summoning it.
Why? What happened? How could she? Questions crashed into the young man's mind like waves in a stormy sea. But none of them found answers. They simply caused him further perplexity. Your hair. What happened to your hair? How did you get it that color?
Oh, this?
Girls
dancing. You like my wig?
But as soon as the words left her mouth, Mel was in motion, propelled by pure instinct. He clenched Nellie's shoulders tight enough to dig his fingers into her flesh.
You're hurting me, Mel.
What did you do to her? Tell me, what did you do?
I made her leave. It was a perfectly reasonable decision. She was obviously not nobility, and thus hardly fit to be a part of this household. But there's no need to worry, Mel. I'm here to take her place.
You sound like a mad woman. It doesn't matter if she was of noble blood or not. She promised she would stay by my side. So why? How could you do that to her?
I promised you that long before she ever did. And I love you far more than she did, Mel.
Have you lost your mind? You're not making any sense. Where is she now? What is she doing?
It's always her with you. What more could you want from me? Tell me, what does she have that I don't? What do I have to do to get you to focus on me and only me?
We're siblings. Don't you understand what you're doing?
Oh, I understand it quite well. Far better than you do, dearest Mel. I even know that a former queen was executed for it. But if we don't get caught, there's no problem.
Nellie, are you saying you've always felt this way about me?
Oh my, you didn't notice, dearest Mel? You truly are a dense one. I guess romance just isn't your strong suit. But you've noticed now, haven't you? You know exactly how I feel about you, right?
Enough! Don't say anything else! Stop having these insane feelings for me! It's disgusting! What are you laughing about?
Poor Mel, content in your complete ignorance. Alright, I'll tell you everything. Mel, you can only love blood-related women.
Huh? His cackling sister appeared to him like some kind of inhuman life form. Her actions and incomprehensible exclamations slowly drained him of his strength. What kind of deranged nonsense is that? I love her. She's...
Your sister, Mel.
Very funny. How far out of your mind have you gone, Nellie?
Poor Mel. Do you honestly know nothing? Say that her father was a painter? He painted pictures for a living.
Oh, I forgot. What of it?
For a time, her father painted for our family. You've seen the picture before, dearest Mel. The one hanging in my room of the two of us. That was painted by her father. He did a good job, didn't he? I kept asking and asking until you finally agreed to hold my hand. And how did you feel about that? You were rather embarrassed, weren't you? Do you remember that day, dearest Mel? You couldn't possibly remember it. But there's a chance you might remember this. Before we moved to this mansion, we had a painter with white hair.
I don't remember any such thing.
He was long ago. A painter in the service of the Rhodes family. But that painter did something very, very bad, and because of that, he couldn't remain a part of our household. Do you know what he did, Mel? He lay with Mother. My father was chased from your house. If the child had been born with flaxen hair, then the painter would not have been thrown out. The baby would have been accepted as part of the family. But that wasn't how it turned out. The child had white hair. She didn't look at all like she carried the Rhodes family blood. But see, Mother had me. That I'm here is all the proof you need. The girl born 16 years ago didn't have flaxen hair.
Me too, Bahari.
I like how just everybody went from, like, yeah, I'm chilling with the stream in the background to just horrified emotes constantly. Up until his last breath, he was only ever concerned about me. He held me in his arms and ran his hands through my hair, an apologetic look on his face.
You're talking total nonsense. What proof do you have?
If you want to see it, I'll gladly show you. The artist left a message in the painting in my room. Tell me, am I truly wrong? What did that girl tell you?
You're lying.
What part of it is a lie, Mel? Everything I'm telling you is the truth. Why don't you go ask Mother? Yeah, get out of here, Kaya. You picked a hell of a time to come in. You picked a hell of a time. I'm sure she would throw quite the fit.
It ain't it.
It ain't it. It really ain't
Hair
it.
color, Mel.
You came at a very scary time. Look, Mel, I got them in 120p on the stone tablet card.
Mother wouldn't...
The mistress did not send me away when she saw me. Quite the opposite. She took me in as a servant. It never made sense to me. Why would she hire a maid she knew nothing about, someone who just showed up at the door one day? And when I asked Mother to make her my maid, she stubbornly refused. From a good house? Don't make me laugh. If she were really nobility, she would have given us her name. But Mother was so desperate to cover up her mistake.
That doesn't make any sense. I don't believe a word you're saying. It couldn't possibly be true.
Wouldn't it be nice if you could bury your head in the sand? But Mel, feigning ignorance is a sin.
No! I refuse to believe it. Not a chance in hell.
You just don't understand anything. How I feel, how much I've suffered. Do you have any idea how long I've loved you? Knowing that you would never accept my affection. But then fancy that. You fell in love with your half-sister. Then I should qualify for your love too. Shouldn't I, Mel?
Stop it. Enough. Shut your mouth. Not another word. I don't believe any of this.
Mel! I know you'll never love me. I know there's nowhere for me to run. Say, when we were kids, was that really me? Was I really by your side, Mel? Oh, a lot's going on, Corn. Hey, nah, we're doing in a way, you know? I wouldn't call it good, but we're having a time. Corn, cover your kernels. If that painting tells the whole truth, I was never once did I get to be your princess. Not even once.
Oof. Can I get an F in the chat?
Yes, F's in the chat for our sanity.
You sure did.
Yep. And so his sister didn't like that. Thank you for all the F's, you guys. I'm not really respected. Dearest Mel, everyone just loves to dote on me. They're always telling me how pretty I am. Mother does, father does, and all the maids do too. I can do anything I want. So for me, acting like a spoiled child is the only form of rebellion I have. I don't have the kind of freedom you do, Mel. I'm just a doll for the family to play with. Yeah, F's for the maid with black hair who just had to be a bystander to all of this.
For real?
Can you imagine?
Oh.
I would hate if this happened at my work.
You're like, oh.
It might be time to find somewhere else.
Yeah.
When I have visitors, it's only ever for show. So it's not my fault that I don't have friends. Dearest Mel, you're the only one who's ever cared about me more than anything in the world. Earlier when she was like, go ahead and kill him, she was giving you solid advice.
Uh-huh.
Dearest Mel, I always knew how I would react if you fell in love. I would cry my eyes out, I would envy her to death, I would get angry as a bull. But eventually, I would have given up. I knew I could never have it my way after all. My feelings would never bear fruit. So why did she have to be your sister? Tell me why. Ain't nothing but a heartache.
Tell me why.
Ain't nothing but a mistake. Oh, dearest Mel, here you are again reading such hard books. Your eyes will go bad if you spend too long staring at pages.
I'll be fine, Melly. It's not like I'm reading 24 hours a day.
No, that's not good enough. If your eyes go bad, dearest Mel, you won't be able to see me anymore.
You worry too much. I can see you fine and well, my princess. Your hair glimmering like the sun, and your beautiful smile. I can see you clear as day, and it'll never change. Plus, the skies are clear today, so you're even more radiant than usual.
You know, this is my favorite season. Winter's cold and there's so much rain, I can't stand it. But as it gets closer to my birthday, the clouds go away. And I just adore the sun.
Ah, yes. It's almost your birthday, isn't it? Have you decided what you're going to ask Father for?
Not yet. I want pretty dolls and shoes with sparkling gems. And I also want a pretty dress like the one Mother wears.
A list that long is asking a bit much, even for Father.
But dearest Mel,
Hmm?
I already have what I want the most. So the truth is, as long as I have that, I don't need anything else.
Oh? And what would that be? The hairpin they bought for you the other day? Or maybe the song they had written for you last year?
None of that, dearest Mel.
Huh. Then what could it be? Now I'm really curious. What is it that's so valuable to you?
That's a secret.
Girls have so many secrets, I just don't know what to do.
Say, dearest Mel, would you run your fingers through my hair? Just for a little bit.
What's gone into you, Nellie? Why are you so hungry for attention all of a sudden?
Please, dearest Mel.
Oh, Nellie, what am I going to do with you? Come over here.
And I want to sit on your lap.
Yes, yes, as you wish, my beautiful, beautiful little princess.
Say, dearest Mel,
What is it this time, Nellie?
right now, I'm so incredibly happy.
Oh my goodness, that was a lot.
So much. So much. Ah. Let's see.
I don't
Oh,
know who this is.
I'm
speaking.
gonna guess it's maybe still Nellie. Oh, and out of curiosity. Oh, I know who this is. Who was it that you really cared so much about? We're getting close to the end of this chapter, guys. What's the vibe?
How we feeling, chat? In a fever frenzy, Mel fled from the mansion.
Icky's a good answer. Icky's a very
Yep.
good answer.
Yep.
Spooked, that's a good one
Also
too.
good.
The vibe is atrocious. Also, that's an excellent answer. Throw the whole vibe out. I want to back where God's Wild Red. I mean, we're almost off this section of it.
Yeah.
We're almost off the big, real gross section of it.
Yep. In a fever frenzy, Mel fled from the mansion. Even in early summer, the night was cold. And to make matters worse, raindrops pelted him from head to toe. But that caused him little discomfort, for a far greater maelstrom of pain rampaged within his breast.
Yeah, this story is the first chapter of the game.
Yeah.
It's an anthology.
Mm-hmm. At night, the town took on a different appearance. Not simply for lack of illumination, but the people active within it as well. It's in pain.
I really feel Corn's emoji there.
Me
That's
too.
also my mood about this part.
Me too. It was not a suitable place for a young aristocratic man to go wandering unattended. The darkness is not only the abode of devils, but of beggars, thieves, criminals, and all manner of things undesirable. But despite that, he continued to run, knowing not where he was to head. He simply went where his feet took him. And where he arrived was the church. Father! Father! Oh, God. God should be able to offer me counsel.
I am at least glad that his first instinct was, I really need Jesus right now.
I really need Jesus.
I need some religion to deal with this.
Dear Jesus, I have just sinned gravely. Please help me.
Help. Jesus, this is the worst thing that's possibly ever happened to me.
To answer all my questions about that painting, about her, and about Nellie's feelings. Not her lies, but the truth. Please, open the door. Open the door! But as you might expect, the door was locked, and the priest showed no sign of responding to his calls.
Girl, help. Jesus, help.
Please! The sound of the pouring rain drowned out everything else. His head drooped feebly. He looked like a helpless little calf who had wandered alone into a dark, precarious mountain path with no end in sight.
She killed the priest too.
Oh god!
Oh gosh, that's so scary.
Uncontrollable. Why won't anyone tell me the truth? All I want is for someone to tell me it's not true. Have I sinned? No, I didn't know anything. I didn't know. No. None of it's true. So I haven't done anything wrong.
Oh my god, somebody replace Full Lecter with Nellie.
No. Uh-oh. I'm not at fault, am I? This 13-year-old is skilled, yeah. Nevertheless, his sister's claims and her laughs continued to echo within his head. If he truly believed it to be false, he would have gone to look at the painting. That he could not was an indication that uncertainty had a stronger grip on him. Fragmented images of a white-haired painter fluttered through the back of his mind, but he desperately shoved them aside. What good is the church? What good is theology? What good is God? What? Something moved near the boy. It stood immediately behind him and grasped his light dressing gown. He had been so consumed in his own world that he had not noticed the person's presence until they were close enough to touch him. What? Who are you? Standing there was a beggar dressed in tattered rags. He's still begging at the church?
Cringe.
Kinda cringe. Tiny too. That's kinda cringe. The hooded beggar tentatively extended his hand towards Mel, pleading for relief with sad, slender fingers. Were he a generous young man, Mel would have given the beggar something. Were he generous, of course.
Oh Lord.
Get your filthy hands off me! I don't have a damn thing to give you right now. Don't you dare touch me! Suddenly, the beggar's head turned upward. My eyes catch the beggar's. Her hood fell back, revealing a hairless head. Why? And a pair of red eyes, gazing bitterly, though with a familiar, distinctive glimmer, at Mel. Red eyes. She immediately covered her face and turned around. It can't be. Wig snatched. The beggar that's always been here was a... But you said yourself that they would not survive much longer. How could you be certain she was the same beggar? Wait for me! Perhaps, as someone of such high social standing, all beggars appear the same to you? Or perhaps you wanted to believe your meager generosity made a difference, that you did something of value. I will not say it is wrong to think so. Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh.
Something dropped!
Oh no.
Wait for me! I chase after the fleeting girl. Though I shout for her to stop, she continues to run. The rain is so heavy, I'm afraid I might lose her. I'm terrified. But I didn't do anything wrong, did I? I'm begging you, please stop. I just want to talk. She comes comes to a stop at a corner.
Please do not go around this corner.
It's you, isn't it?
I am sorry.
Why are you apologizing? What I said back there was terrible, and for that I am truly sorry. I didn't realize it was you. Please come back to me. If you're concerned about social status, I'll figure something out. And Nellie's getting married off soon enough. Oh, yes, Nellie. Nellie did some horrible things to you. She's lost her mind. She was talking nonsense. But don't worry, she'll be out of the picture soon enough. I'll make sure you're safe. Say something, please. Are you angry? You're angry, aren't you?
I am not angry at you. I am not.
Did you know everything? Did you come to our house aware of everything?
What?
Did you? Tell me, please. The priest isn't around and everything Nellie said is a lie. You're the only one who will tell me if it's not true.
What are you?
Our relationship.
I don't understand what you're saying.
I see. You don't know. You don't know. It's for the best. Nellie's the only one who knows. She'll be gone before long. Everything will be alright.
Lord Mel.
It'll be alright. Let's go back. What?
Get sleepy.
I'll make sure you're never put in danger again. I'm begging you, stay with me.
My appearance is no longer suitable to stand at your side. You saw how unsightly I am back by the church, did you not?
Hair can grow back.
Yeah, we've been going for a while, but then we got to the point where it was like, oh, I don't want to stop though.
Bro said I'll be the only one who knows soon. Oh no.
I know, I'm like, this ending is a little bit fucked up on Mel's half.
Yeah, damn.
He's just like, if you don't know you're my half-sister, then it's fine. And I'm just sitting here like, bro, it's still not.
Still not fine.
Bro, that's still really bad.
Hair can grow back. That's not a problem.
Now I truly look the part of the hideous witch. But I am to blame. It was a sin for me to find happiness in your kindness.
What are you talking about? You were...
My sin was falling in love with you. Not what happened to my father, nor how we had to spend our days.
There's no sin in that. We have our whole lives ahead of us, don't we? With enough time, this whole tragic mess will be behind us. Things will only get better from here. I'll be your prince. Like the one who took the girl to see the outside world. So please, give me your hand. Come to me. Don't leave me all alone. I need you by my side.
That's a great question. Like, what would his mother say? Would she, like, intervene? Or would she just have to sit there and let it happen because it would mean admitting she had a child with somebody else?
Yeah.
That's scary.
It is. Please. I extend my hand around the corner. I sense her hesitating beyond the bend. I'm begging you. I can't see what's on the other side, but a vision of her reaching out to put her hand in mine wells up in my mind. But
that story never had an ending.
What? She doesn't take my hand.
I doubt the girl ever wrote that letter.
She's not there when I turn the corner. Why? How did things end up like this? Where did I go wrong, oh god? boy.
Oh boy.
Your error was likely your kindness, thoughtlessly, haphazardly spreading your generosity. But that generosity... Hold on. Taking a sip.
Okay. Take a sip, babe.
But that generosity came from your own desire to avoid pain. For your own happiness. What should I have done?
This lady is pretty. I wonder what fucked up shit she did.
Guess we'll have to find out!
So far we know she's immortal, and she really likes the main character who does not remember anything, and is showing them all of these memories.
Ellie used to laugh and smile when she meant the world to me. How did things end up like this? It's not my fault. I didn't do anything wrong. If you pretend like nothing happened, then perhaps I can go on smiling in your head.
I'm just like,
But
did I miss
regardless-
something? Yes, I did not click ahead far enough. Okay.
Oh,
I'm good. I'm good. There.
you sure? You sure?
Yes.
Okay.
I got distracted by chat and
Oh,
thinking
that's
about the
fine.
maid. Yeah, imagine losing your memory and this is the first shit you see.
For real.
I'd just turn to the maid and be like, girl, what? Girl, this was supposed to help me?
How? How? Why did I need to know this? But regardless, you must follow the path you tread. It is your path alone. The path you chose when, in that moment, you decided to run. Make the wrong choice in those moments, and you shall find yourself on the road to ruin. I would have been better off not knowing. Better off in the dark. I just wanted those tranquil days to last. They were supposed to last forever. At some point, your childhood must come to an end, and that ending might not be the one you anticipated. You can't stand this world. You yearned for a world that would treat you with kindness. What should I do? What should I have done? Someone, please help me. You should return now. If you spend too long out here, you are liable to catch a cold. Now, let us return to our own time. I'd smash my head on a wall and try to forget again. Yeah.
Me
Yeah.
too.
A big oof. I did not want to
Big
see
oof.
that.
We did it.
We did it.
Oh my goodness. Should we call it here?
Maybe. I think this is
Or
a
do
good
we want to
place
do the
end
little
it.
bit? She might say a little bit of wrap up for the story.
You're right.
Okay, let's do that.
Let's
And when
con-
she says we're gonna head to the next one, that's when we'll stop.
Yes,
Okay,
perfect.
so the crestfallen young man faded into the distance, and the decrepit double doors clacked shut. Through the shattered glass, you could see only ruins of garden, not a single rose growing within. You had evidently returned from the past. In the garden, weeds grew taller than people. You found it difficult to look at. A wolf howled in the distance. The children, the sea of roses, and the white-haired girl were nowhere to be found. You and the maid who called you master were the only people present in the mansion.
A vicious tale. What? Oh, no. Never mind. That's not me. Wait.
You were the wolf! It was you, Grim! Whoa!
Ow.
Oh, well! That's my impression of you, Grim.
What happened to the next? Oh, master. You would know better than I. Me remembering that I get the extra text.
I know, oh my gosh. We need to figure out a way to clear your save again.
Yeah! My, you cannot remember. It seems this is quite serious then. Worry not. My loyalties lie with you, master. The matron has witnessed yet more. Let us make our way to the second door.
Yeah, after you beat the game, you get a lot of extra dialogue between the maid and the master during these sections.
Yeah! It's very good. Very good.
Mm-hmm. Your hand in hers, the maid guided you back through the kitchen and into the tea room. Her palms were still cold. You felt as though you were clenching ice.
Master, do you wish to know the truth no matter what might be hidden within? Or, if it is something you would be happier not knowing, would you rather remain in the dark?
Yeah, there's more content! Yeah, basically I cleared all of my saves so that my game's like fresh again, but Freyja is like, she can't even find the saves in her files even though they should exist.
Yeah!
It's weird. We need
Won't
to
let me
like
save it
figure it
and
out.
delete- Yeah.
Worst case, maybe next time I'll see if my computer can or if my internet can handle sharing screens with you on Discord and streaming at the same time.
Yeah,
We'll
if I
figure it
can't
out.
figure it out by next week, for sure.
Yeah, because I know Discord shouldn't have the same lag that like you watching the stream does.
Mm-hmm. Oh no, where did it... Did I say this line? Yes, okay. Oh, is that so? I wonder about their father. Yes, the flaxen-haired sibling's father. Do you think he knew about the white-haired girl? If he did, then perhaps he allowed her to stay because of how deeply he loved his wife. Or maybe because he did not want people to find out about her. I expect he too experienced many different emotions. But those pages of his story remain untold. Their parents likely had a turbulent tale as well, but theirs is not of consequence. To whom? I could not tell you.
You and the maid crossed through the entrance hall, continuing your trek. At some point, the fire in the fireplace had faded to embers, emphasizing the lack of light within the mansion. The maid took a candlestick and lit it in the cinders. The small flame illuminated her pale face. On a whim, you asked the maid about herself.
Oh no.
Oh no?
Oh, no, you're good.
Okay.
You're good. About me? I am a maid devoted to your service, master, as I have said. I'm like waiting for the story to catch up just so I just don't
I
say
know.
something I shouldn't. Oh, what was that? You were interested in my name. You flatter me. I truly do appreciate the question, but you are more than welcome to simply call me the maid. Also, it would make me much happier to hear you say my name after you have recalled who you are, master.
A subtle smile rose to the maid's face, after which she began to lead you down a first-floor corridor. Alright. I wonder if maybe this is a good place to call it for now.
I think so.
Alright.
We did it! Whew.
Oh my
Well-
goodness.
What'd y'all think?
Oh my gosh.
I have many thoughts about this story
Yeah,
in particular.
this first one especially I find it very interesting because I feel like my second time through I see it very differently than I did the first time.
Yeah. We sure did do it.
We sure did.
I would
Like,
to-
I'm not capable of thinking after that. Yeah, they honestly throw, like, in my opinion, one of the most intense ones at you first.
Yeah.
At least for me particularly. I don't know, like, that content is so intense. Oh my god. And
It
they
is,
just
like-
start off with that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I felt a lot more for Mel the first time around. Second time around, I found myself defending Nellie more. Yeah, this time, that's partially why I feel like the Mel bullying happens so much, because this time I'm like, oh, I see all your flaws so much more clearly than I did the first time.
Yeah, exactly.
So it's interesting how my perspective changed.
Mm-hmm. And it's just interesting because, like, they were such a victim of, like, their time.
Yeah.
Like,
I'm also like, where the heck were their parents during all of this?
Right? I need to know.
Yeah, this honestly probably is the weakest store. I kind of wonder if they were going like for shock value right off the bat to kind of get people hooked and going to see what the heck they do next.
Yeah. I think so.
That makes sense.
Yeah. The next one is spooky.
Yeah, maybe Nellie defending isn't quite the right word because it's like I wouldn't defend anything she did because it was all really messed up. But I felt like I got her perspective a little bit more. Or like at least got how like Mel was not helping things a little bit more.
Yeah, like when you think about it.
Yeah, boobies next time!
Yeah, that's right! Like when you think about it, if Nellie only had her house and Mel, even though it was not a good thing that she actually fell for her brother, I think it just became so much worse for her because that was her whole world. And then whenever they grow up and suddenly everything changes, I feel like that definitely like worsened her thinking. It became a little bit more deranged just because of so much stress.
I
and
also,
just so
like,
much being ripped away from her.
I feel like I also noticed this time around there are a lot of people who like kind of point out to Mel like, oh, the way your sister acts around you is like weird, you know? Like people kind of hinting like that they got that vibe from her about how she acts about Mel. And Mel always just like brushes it off and says like, no, there's nothing weird, like, you know, nothing's going on there. And I totally get how from his perspective you would not want to even consider that possibility.
Yeah,
but at the same time, since it was like festering, that's part of what allowed it to come out in the worst way. And maybe if he'd like been less of a pushover to Nellie and drawn some more boundaries earlier in their lives, like maybe things would have been different. But then I'm also like, okay, but they're also like kids and like where were their parents?
Yeah, for real.
Yeah, that's also the thing. He probably also was just like, this is just normal. Nellie's just joking around, you know, like I also understand how you would like never ever even let that thought cross your mind. So again, that's why I'm like, where are your parents? Somebody should have stepped in and sent either you or Nellie off to like a school or something where you can't see each other to nip that right in the bud or something.
Yeah.
I understand they probably... I don't think even now we would have a good answer to this problem if it happened in real life, but I'm just like, man, there was no support system or anything to stop this from becoming the worst possible case scenario.
Literally, like, well, the parents were so like, they're like, yeah, have your freedom. Throw the whole child out. Yeah.
Or like even Mom should have noticed that Mel was like hanging around the white-haired girl, and like maybe if she had like taken him aside and been like, hey, you're old enough to keep a secret, you need to know this.
For real. Oh my god.
Yeah, it's just like, oh, what was the long-term plan with keeping her as a maid? Like, that wasn't... I understand that was her daughter and she probably wanted to keep her safe, but also...
Yeah. But also, like,
just keeping her around the family without letting anybody know is a recipe for disaster. Even if, like, nothing like this had happened, it would have still been terrible in some way. Like, something would have gone wrong.
Literally. Like, they... all... the... so, like, speechless right now. The thing that would solve everything is if the parents just talked to the kids and were like, hey, at least Mel.
Or
Mel was
like
old
at
enough.
least if somebody had, like, stepped in, you know? Or, like, done something or kept more of an eye on them. But these kids were just allowed to run around and do whatever, and that was bad.
Do whatever they wanted to do. Yep.
Yeah. It's a mess, this historical drama.
Right?
Like the wildest type.
Uh-huh. Oh my goodness.
But yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
Yeah,
for
thanks for
sticking
coming.
around for so long.
And especially sticking around through this story, just coming out swinging at you with a metal bat.
This wild ride. It's just like, hey, you want some content warning? Boom.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh god.
I know. I don't want to spoil what the next one is.
Yeah, the next one has
Oh,
a
it's another
very
good
different
topic.
tone, so that's
Yeah.
gonna be interesting.
It'll be really, really interesting. I like the way that they handle it in the next one too.
And boobies. There'll be
And
boobies.
yes, that too.
It'll be still safe for Twitch. I'm allowed to stream it, but there will be some boobie.
Wow.
So you can look forward to that. No more incest, only boobie.
Only booby.
Only boobie. I'm like, should we... I haven't tried doing it before, but I'm like, should we try and raid somebody?
Oh, we could.
Oh, I'm just like,
Oh.
I don't even know who to.
Do you have any people that are currently...
Nobody that
You're
I
currently
follow
following?
is currently online.
Okay, one of my friends is streaming Danganronpa right now.
Oh! Yeah, we could send people over to that if you want to DM me their username.
Yeah, alright. That's their username there.
Okay. You're gonna have to help me, because I haven't raided somebody
I
before.
think it's /
Yeah,
and then raid.
raid.
And then I think you just type in the username.
Okay, oh yes, I think I see it came up to help. Alright guys, thank you so much for coming. Oh, we need a raid message. What should the raid message be? Oh my gosh, I didn't think this through.
Oh no.
We had a time.
You had a good time? Question mark? Well, thank you so much for staying up.
Yes. Okay,
Thank
you know
you,
what? I'm gonna
Gabrielle.
quickly try and come up with a little raid message.
Alright. It's hard.
Like, it should just be like a little repeating message, right?
Yeah.
I'll just put that it's a raid from the two of us.
Cool. Perfect.
Okay. There we go. We'll just do that.
Perfect. Perfect. Cute.
That'll just make it easy to tell who sent them. Alright, you guys, thank you so much for coming, especially for like an extra hour or so. Have a great night.
Good night,
Thank you
everybody.
for sticking with us. Bye.
Bye.
Oh no. Oh, is it at the name?
Maybe it's at. Maybe it's at. Try at.
Okay. Oh my god.
Both of us learning on the spot.
It says invalid username.
No. Oh, you know what that means? I don't know if they.
Oh, do they not allow me?
rating?
Okay. I'm gonna try and pick another channel real quick.
Okay. All right.
I'm just like quickly trying to look see if anybody's
That's
suggested.
Such a shame. Such a shame.
Oh.
Otherwise, yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, I see there's a recommended channel of somebody. I'm gonna rate somebody with not that many people viewing right now. That'd be nice.
All right. All right.
Let me see.
Thank you for bearing with us, everybody.
I know. Now here's somebody with only a couple followers or a couple viewers right now.
All right.
I found another VTuber who's doing FF14, so that's relevant to me.
There you go. Let's go see what they're up to.
They don't like this person either.
No. No. What if we just post the link?
I mean, like,
It just show up anyway.
yeah, it's fine. I'll figure out the rating off screen.
Sounds good. Thanks everybody for
Yes.
sticking around.
Thank you. I'll figure it out sometime. All right. Have a good night, everybody.
Night everybody.